Wait a minute. Trying to put this back. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to. Well, I don't want to say Saturday Night Live, but why is that up there? There we go. I want to say welcome to FRETworks Saturday Night Open Mic. This is the night where you, yes, you watching the show, you in the chat, can be on the show. You can come on the show, sit on the panel, and if that's all you want to do and just join in the conversation, that's fine. If you want to come on and talk about your favorite instrument and maybe play for a minute or two, no backing tracks and no songs. Sorry, I'm getting copyright hits for that stuff. But you can come on. You can show what you want to show as far as your instruments, if you've worked on it, or if you're going to work on it, or if you painted it, and just tell us about it. You know, what got you into it, what got you going, and then it kind of gives a a name and a face here on the show. So we do not have guests on Monday through Friday because it started interrupting the bench portion of the show, which is what this show, the heart of this show is. And so we decided, instead of saying just no and not letting people on, let's just take Saturday and make that the night for everybody to come on. So that's what we did. And wait a minute, I got to shut the fan down. So even though this decision did upset one person in particular, I won't say a name, but I guess he won't be back. And it's sad, but we can't. I didn't want to turn this just into another talk show where that's all it gets done. I'm really into the bench work, and that's where it helps you guys out. You can see what we're doing, how we're doing it, and you may do it different. Let us know. We're not saying we're the end all and we're the perfect way to do it. We're all still learning. If you decide to quit learning, that's not quite the thing to do. So, wow, we got a bunch of people in here already. That's pretty cool. Let me scroll up and say howdy. All right, we got Mad, but I don't think he's here right now. Scott in the house. He was the second one, but since Mad's not here, that technically makes Scott the first one. Jacqueline came in second. Billy Ray, Greasy, John Dotson. Let's see. MPN. Cool. There we go. And we got more watching than it's in the chat. That's always a good thing. Hey, Peggy. Peggy, the first official moderator to this channel. And she does a good job. And she's great at looking stuff up. So thank you, Peggy. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad you want to be here on this Saturday night. And if you guys want to come on, say it in the chat or send me an email, which would be, let me put this in the chat for you guys. And I will get you the link. And you can be on. There we go. Daddy Jr. Well, thank you. Thank you. Greasy. I'm looking over here because Greasy should be here, but he's not. So there was a today was a bad day. Then it got worse. Because I dreaded having to say something, and then turns out that it went over better than I hoped it would. So let me explain that. First off, I did do an unboxing video of Marshall's neck. I got that from David today. And I am telling you, unlike the other place I was, if someone's doing something better than I am, I'll let you know. And David's got me beat on stainless steel frets. He really does. I used to do them, but operations, arthritis, everything else, it hurts. And I just can't put into it time's not the issue. It's just the motion. I just can't do it. Regular frets, no problem, because they don't take as long. Stainless is really a precision job. And when you can't, your hands start aching and you wake up, your hands are like claws, it's time to pass it along. And David is the guy for that. I personally own 2 necks from him with his stainless steel work, and they are fabulous. And then I have the third one here, which is Marshall's neck, and it's in the unboxing section of the channel. You can see it. I did that today. That went over really well. Then, hey, Marshall, are you here? I kind of got to call him out, so. I know he watched the unboxing video. I don't know if he's here. Yes, he is here. Okay. All right. Let me grab. Now your guitar just has just what I call the grain fill coat of red. It's not the painting. I mean, it's painted red, but it's not near. It's going to get a lot more coats of paint on it. But I wanted to get it painted. First couple coats, then you sand it down, make sure that's in the grain fill and get it going. But I want to show you something. Get a cup. My hand, not the guitar. So this has just the basic grain filling. It's, I put it on heavy, let it dry, sanded it down, and so now it's, because this was natural wood. I did do sanding sealer on it first, but this is just going to be painted over with about, I don't know, maybe 10 coats of red over top of this. But today, found out something. I put the post in, as you can see, right here. And have the other. Okay. So I put the post in this. Well, this is more or less like a primer, just in red. So here's your cutout right here. And you'll see, if you look at the back of it here and this lower part, you will see a shaded area with pencil. You kind of see it right there, reflecting. kind of the lead's reflecting off of it. So you can see that shaded area just on the back and the lower part. That whole shaded area I have to remove. I have to take that out of the body. So I'd have to route this out, just that little area there, because here's the issue. You try to do this where you can see. Let me stand up and do this. So you know where that black line was, obviously. So now it's going to be right here. So right here, here. The reason being, look, it's, and the adjustments hit back there. And you can see right here where it's hitting right there on that corner. So I have to remove that to make this work. Thank God I didn't have it all completed, painted, cleared. So that's not a big problem. I can get this out. Then I also have to remove that much of the pick guard. So that was the wrench thrown into this today. I mean, it fits. So that's not a big issue. It's just going to set me back a couple of days. So I just wanted to let you know that. I wanted Marshall to see it. But I mean, like I said, this is just. Let me get the pick guard. Show it. But again, that's more or less just a primer instead of even though it's the color of the car. You can see how this guitar is going to stand out now with the red and the pick guard. And then toss in all the gold. So you get an idea, a rough idea of what it's going to look like. I think it's going to look fabulous. Marshall, your thoughts? I didn't want to get a red that matched the pick guard together. I wanted some kind of difference there. I know the light's kind of making it look kind of pink because it's orange in here, but trust me, it's red. So actually, there's actually two choices. We can figure this out, Marshall. I can, so if you line the holes up, then I got to remove that much of the body and the pick guard for that to clear. Or we can try to find a new gold low pro and leave this alone and have it set up just like it was. And then I don't know, we can sell this, get your money back. It's up to you. You need to let me know what you want to do. I mean, I can route this out, no problem, make that work. I am a little scared on routing out the pick guard, or because I don't want it to crack. No, nope. That doesn't, that's only the back section. It still doesn't clear up the side where it's hitting. So I still have to route that out altogether. But I don't, that's the weird part. I don't have to route all this, just the back section and this side. Just like that L right there is all I'd have to route out. I am proud of that. That turned out. I had no idea how to do that. That turned out. So Marshall, you let me know. Do you want me to route it out, or do you want to try to find a new gold low pro? Okay. Okay, just let me know because, well, rain this week. I can't paint it anyhow, but I need to know one way or the other because I really don't want to get it all painted and then have to route it out. You know, this stage right here was good because, again, this is a filler level. So I just got the wood grain filled, put it on thick, and sand it down so you don't feel the wood grain now. So the other paint is going to be about at least 10 more coats of red over top of all this than the clear. So you just, let me know. The necks here, so once it's painted, it'll be done and going back to you. So, yeah, if you can find one, let me know. If not, I'll have to route it out and we can use this one. But if not, you can sell this one on your store and get your money back. Or get your money for the other one. So this was issue number 1 today. Hold on. Let me put this back for a minute. So I think it's going to look cool though. I like the red combination. It is 2 different colors red between the pickguard and the body. Although the lights in here are all orange and tan, so it gives it like a pinkish color to it. But I think it's going to be great. So I just wanted to get that clear, to figure out what to do, Marshall. So before I did anything, I didn't know if you actually wanted me to route that out or whatever. No, Uncle Raymond, I don't. I never thought of that. Okay, that was issue number 1. Issue number 2. MPN's guitar came in. Freaking fabulous neck. Fabulous neck on this. And with the black and yellow, being a Steelers fan, I kind of don't want to let this go, but I don't have a choice. It's not mine. So, all packed up well, everything. I opened the case up, and due to, it's got to be, it's in a killer case. He bought a brand new case that's killer. Due to, I'm going to have to say, mishandling in shipping, the springs that were actually taped in the back cavity, the cover plate, and the tremolo was in here. The springs from being jarred around, broke free from the tape. And look what they did here. Paint is gone right there. And right there. So, and I put this off. I put this off telling MPN till not too long ago. Because I'm sitting here thinking what we went through with the Firefly. He bought a killer case for this. David had it packed excellent, had these taped on the cover in there, tremolo in there. And it got jerked around enough where those came off the tape. I opened the case up, the tremolo was sitting sideways. This was like this in the case. This one laying on the back of it. And the other one was wedged right there. They should be, but where this is just black, that's not going to be an issue to fix. But just the fact that it happened. I mean, you saw what we went through with Firefly, and then got that all taken care of. And then I opened the case up for this, and I was like, son of a bitch. So, so I'm going to try to spot fix it, and then with the blue boost, if that doesn't work, what I'm going to do is mask off the yellow, sand down just the black right here on the face, and then respray just the front and clear it, because it does have some pick scratches, which I'm sure I could buff those out if this works. If not, I'll just do the whole face again. Just what you see here. I'll mask off the yellow, hit that with some black lacquer, and put some clear on it. It's just the fact that it freaking happened. That's what makes me mad. And it's no one's fault. Yeah, they are. There's one right there, that corner one. Oh, shit. There it is. Yeah, this piece is right here. Right there. Found that piece. See if I can find this one. It's got to be in here. Light. But this case, look how this case is laid out. Here's why it happened. And this case weighs more than the guitar. So you see, hold on, I don't end up getting killed here. Hoping you can see that. Here's a panel right here that's above the guitar. And what had happened is this was like that. This one like that. They had come out underneath here through the tremolo and up. And because of that higher ridge right there, it held it in place instead of letting it fall. And then whatever they put on it got to it. I'll have to get a flashlight and look for the bigger piece, but here is the littler one. complete too. That's good. And I don't know what it is. I don't know, MPN, why Eddie Van Halen doesn't want you to have a Randy Rhoads guitar. I don't get that. So I was bummed out that it happened, for one, because of what we went through with the white firefly. And then I thought, man, I don't want to tell him, because I initially thought, you know what, I'll just go ahead and fix it and not say anything. I thought, no, you gotta know. I called David. Well, I sent David a text and some photos, and he didn't see it at first. He just saw that the guitar was here, and I was like, yeah. Then I'm like, didn't you? Then he's like, oh, I see the chips, and he couldn't believe it. He had everything taped in place. It did have foam all over it. And that case is a complete body fit. The neck is completely supported, and it actually pops down into the case. No, I doubt it. Because it was in the case and it happened, they're going to end up saying, well, it's the tape's fault for not holding him in place. And we could turn around and say, well, they would have held it in place had it not been beat around, because the box was kind of real soft and kind of like accordionized, so it had been hit. Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. I think it's Eddie not wanting MPN to have anything to do with the Randy Rhoads guitar. I mean, that sounds like a joke, but by God, what else could it be? Oh, man. Yeah, I dreaded telling MPN, and I waited all day. It was like an hour before the show before I finally told him. I mean, well, Scott, Uncle Raymond right there backstage, retired from UPS. Would anything happen if we did that, Raymond? Or would they say because it was in the case and happened, then there's nothing they're going to do about it? My Concord curse. I don't know. I mean, I saw that and I was like, because as soon as I opened it up, the springs were still sitting there on top where the chips were, and I was like, no, 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 no. We have photos of it in there. David took photos of him putting it in there and packing it up. So yeah, that kind of sucked. I was bummed that it happened. Then it even bothered me more that I had to be the one to tell him. I was like, oh God, because knowing what we went through with the other one, the other one got completely destroyed. At least this one's fixable. So that's a good thing. Not like it's completely trashed. It is repairable, so that's good. It just sucks that it happened. And right, Peggy, yeah, Wow. That sucks. That sucks, Chris. Wow. Yeah, pay, excuse me. Yeah, I mean it's fixable. It just sucks that it has to be done because the front of that guitar was perfect. So I'm going to try. I found the one chip. If I find the other one, I'm going to try gluing them in there, and then putting just the glue boost over top of it, letting it fill the cracks, and then try that and see if it works. And if not, I can try just drop painting it and doing it. And if that doesn't work, then I have to sand the whole front off, which I mean, it's no big deal. Just that front section. Just sucks that it happened. That's the part that gets me. All companies with that test. I don't follow you there, Uncle Raymond. Hmm. Greasy, you coming on? I know David is when he's able to. Um, Scott, you want to come back on? Oh, they broke the case. Wow, that's crazy. That is just freaking crazy. You shouldn't, unless they may change today again. I don't know. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and regenerate it right now. Okay, so this you will have to go to this latest email to get the new code, and then it'll probably generate a new one tomorrow too. So that's actually when it's supposed to do it. Okay, and Scott. Ad's not here. Says he will be here. I'll go ahead and send Ad one anyhow. Need to get him back on here. I want to find out more about his improved work area. And then I need to send David the new one also. Has anybody seen Derek? He like disappeared. And then I know Greasy had his treatment yesterday or today. Or not, I'm sorry. Garguts. So let me send him one just in case. Okay. All right. The new links are sent out. Yeah, I don't understand the shipping thing. Like it almost, and here's the bad thing. That thing, it was supposed to be delivered yesterday, and it was in St. Clairsville Thursday night from Columbus. And St. Clairsville is literally 15 minutes from me. and I'd waited for it all day Friday, and then at like 7 o'clock at night, they changed it to where it was going to be another day, so they delivered it today. So I don't know why. Hey, Greasy.
Hey, what's happening?
Not much, sir. Other than everything you've seen, I've
Yeah,
showed it.
your day kind of started off kind of crappy.
Oh my God. Then my mother was at the hospital with her
Oh,
friend, and that was one of those things like she needed to go, but she probably shouldn't have, because the lady, her name is Sandra. She kept taking the mask and stuff off, trying to speak to him, and then they're going to put some other kind of mask in with can't remove, so she won't be able to speak at all from that. But it, yeah, ALS, and she's 83. So
yeah, dang, that is
so
scary.
yeah, yeah. And they said she had, when she got it, 2 or 3 years left, but they think she had it for 2 years, and they didn't figure it out. They were thinking
Sweet.
she had back issues, so she had a back operation. Nothing worked. So no, not my mom, her friend. It was my mother's maid of honor at her and my dad's wedding. So she needed to go so she could at least see her and talk to her one more time.
Yeah,
But
get
yeah,
some
it
closure.
doesn't.
That's important.
Yeah, so it just doesn't look like it's gonna. If she makes it a whole 2 more weeks, I'll be amazed.
Yeah,
So, but
it.
she needed to do it. But you kind of wish that she didn't go. But
Yeah, it's it's like you love your friends, but you hate to see them like that, and
mm-hmm.
it sucks to see them like that,
what
and you don't want to see them like that.
what makes me well, people get mad at me because I do not like going to the funeral home. I know that sounds weird with skulls all over the place, but and it happened to my mother with my dad, the funeral home. Obviously, I'm going for my father, but um, I don't like to go to the funeral home because I don't want that to be the last memory I have of him in a
That's
casket.
Yeah, I can relate.
And my mother, obviously with my dad, and then for the 6 months, so every time she closed her eyes, that's what she saw, him laying in the casket. And I said,
Yeah,
that's exactly why you yell at me, because I don't go to all these funerals. That's why. I'd rather remember them somewhere else other than laying in a box.
yeah.
So,
It's like that with my father-in-law, Pete. When he passed away, it was I kind of didn't want to go to the funeral, but you know, he's a great guy.
yeah.
So then, like seeing him in the coffin, I was like, "Ah, fuck,"
Yeah, it
because he was,
sucks.
yeah, he was one of these guys that was like really alive. Like everybody knew him in the neighborhood, and they say, I could tell somebody, oh yeah, hey, I'm Pete's son-in-law. Oh, you're Pete's son-in-law. Oh, that's great, man. Nice to meet you, bro. And when at his funeral, there was a ton of people out there to send him off, and yeah, he's actually at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and he's in the same mausoleum, right next to Judy Garland, and she's right there, and he's in the thing right there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Spend an eternity next to Dorothy.
yeah,
Yeah, I just can't. I went to my first one when I was almost 5. My cousin was killed. He was 19, and they took me to the funeral home, and I had no understanding of it. I just thought he was laying there sleeping. and I couldn't figure out why everyone was crying. Then I couldn't figure out why we were here. Why are you sleeping here in front of everybody? And so, I worked, it just, I don't know.
Yeah, and back then it was like adults didn't kind of just sit you down and or take you aside and explain
No.
exactly what
Yep.
the hell's going on.
Yep.
It's like when my brother Wayne died. It was like I never got to go to the funeral or see him or anything. It was real shady, the whole circumstance. And you hear, oh well, when you hear angels, when you hear thunder, that's angels bowling in heaven. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? It took me a long time to figure out that, yeah, my brother's dead. So
Yep. I know. It sucks. I know death is part of life, but it sucks. Here comes Scott. Welcome
there
aboard,
it
Scott. Scott's going to be one of our regulars on Saturday, it looks like.
is. That'll be cool.
Something happened to my camera?
No, we see you.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you look good.
I don't see myself.
Oh, you're wearing a red U.S. Elite shirt.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, I do see it now.
Okay, there you go. So that's my take on funeral homes. I know it's a necessary thing. I know it provides closure, but I choose not to go because I just don't want that to be the last thing I remember of that person.
Christopher, yeah, he wishes he had family whose funeral you wouldn't want to urinate on. I know exactly what you're speaking of. Oh yeah, except for my brother, not him, but pretty much everybody else. Oh yeah, let the piss flow.
Yeah, it seems like you're there just to talk to the living people.
Yeah. Yep. And my dad, and here with him, because he'd spent from 1990 or 91 in Springfield until 2025, he had made sure he wanted to be shown there and then down here. So what really upset me was the funeral home up there. We bought the casket. They did the embalming. They had the whole thing done. They even drove him from there to here. This funeral home put him in the room, showed him one day, and drove him to the graveyard. And they charged $2,000 more than the funeral home in Springfield that did all the work.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I know the old director. We went, he was a couple years older than me, but I've known him my whole life. His dad was mayor before my dad was mayor, so we all,
Yeah.
and he had just retired, and he's like, well, if you know, you know. I said, yeah, I know. I just got raped, or my mother just got raped money wise here, and that's all he would say. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
That's like with me.
So it ended up costing $23,000 to bury my dad.
Jeez.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm signed up with the thing called the Neptune Society.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, I had my plan and I paid it off already. And when I kick the bucket, I'm getting cremated. They take care of everything. I got a little card on me. You dial a 1-800 number. They come, they pick my ass up. Then they'll take me to get cremated. And then I'll be put. I keep on saying I want to be put in a Folgers coffee container, Big Lebowski style, go out like Donnie. And, and that's it. I said, I don't want a funeral. I don't want a memorial service. I don't even want a freaking obituary. Just the people that I'm close to, just let them know, hey, Dave's dead, by the way, and then, that's it. And there's going to be no muss, no fuss. Everything's all paid for. There's the only thing that's got to be done is just dialing the 1-800 number on my card, in my wallet. And that's it. It's no muss, no fuss, just want to, and then when you make it as easy as possible for everybody around that's living doing that, it's less stressful and less hassle. They know what I want, and then they could just do it and then move on.
Yep. Oh.
I told my wife I wanted to get painted onto a guitar.
I know my the bullet sponsor that used to sponsor my shooting, uh, they had a lady that worked there for them from the time these people took over the company till she passed away. She was there for almost 30 years, and she was cremated. And they had a little bit of her ashes delivered to the factory with the. She wanted her ashes mixed in with some rounds and fired at a target.
That's freaking cool.
Well, Shane, the guy who was running the company for his parents, him and I became good friends over the 7 years that they were my sponsor.
Yeah.
And it took him, he did it. He actually did it, but it took him almost a year to do it.
Wow.
He's like, I got it sitting there, and I think her name was Rachel. He goes, I know that's Rachel, and I just can't bring myself to, fill the powder up so much, then dump a little bit of her in, 10 or 12 loads, because I just can't. But he ended up doing it. But that's what she wanted.
You fire them bullets, and then she's gone,
Yep.
forever. So it's kind of symbolic that way.
Yeah, I forget, it was a tube of her ashes, enough for like 10 to 15 rounds.
Yeah.
So, but I thought, when he told me, I thought, man, that is kind of cool. I mean.
Yeah.
But
something you love. And, James Doohan played Scotty. Yeah. Some of his ashes were placed in a rocket and launched out into space.
Yeah. Yep, I do remember hearing that.
That's awesome.
Yep. So, Scott, what color guitar do you want painted on?
Probably red. Crackle. Mercury.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, man. All right, let's get off the dead kick. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Raymond. I do. I know that Amanda got one of those basses and it was fine. And and all the stuff I have either received or shipped, MPN's 2 guitars are the only ones that ever had any trouble with. So I don't know. I don't know why. The only thing I can figure is because. All right, good night, John. The only thing I can figure is because MPN is a diehard Van Halen fan.
Yeah.
That Eddie's up there sabotaging so he doesn't get a Randy guitar.
That's kind of messed up, though.
Well, that would that would add fuel to the belief of the arguments that Eddie and Dave used to watch Randy play all the time.
Yeah.
Quite right, but Randy never went to see them play. And this would just be, hell with him,
Yeah, still holding a grudge.
Yeah.
But then again, knowing what I know about those 2 brothers, that's kind of, yeah, I can see that.
So I guess MPN, you need to ask Eddie to stop and let you have just one guitar of Randy's. Some people, sometimes you get laughs about that, but I don't know. Sometimes you got to think maybe there is something to that.
Yeah.
So I do not know how heavy. I just know that the case weighs as much as the guitar, if not more, but it's no 70 pounds. I think it was like 24 or 25 pounds. So, who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, well. So what have you been up to, Scott, besides hanging out with us every night?
Just been sorting through all my boxes. I spread everything out, around the floor and everything, and tried to put it back in some fashion of, orderly fashion. Put like all the bridges in one box and pickups. I tried to sort them out. I think I got over 200 pickups.
Jeez.
It's just hard to even look at that many of them at a time.
Man,
So I tried to separate the Seymours and the Marzios and the EMGs. Fender, all the Fender.
unplug this again.
Got tons of Fender pickups too.
Scott's got enough stuff to start his own guitar company.
Yeah, at my other house, I had a lot more. It was like a little guitar center. It had the wall of sound down there and all my guitars.
That's something we've never asked you. What amps do you use?
I had a bunch of them. I never spent a whole lot of money on amps, but I did have a 100-watt Marshall, and probably the one I played the most is one of these Black Stars. I think it's called the HT40. It's a tube amp.
Oh, okay.
You I couldn't really turn the music up too loud.
Wasn't a Black Star like an offshoot of Marshall?
It's kind of a copy. They do a lot of digital modeling in their amps,
Yeah.
but it does have the power section. And I had some Fender amps and
A cover.
Vox. What's that?
Cool. Guy in here, cover up.
Oh.
Just saying hello. Yeah, my uncle or my cousin has a Black Star. It's a 212. I don't know what the watt is on it, but he likes it.
Mm-hmm. I had a digital Black Star. It was a 212. And when I moved, I called the local music store, and they bought out most of my stuff. And I know I got ripped off, but I had to move. I couldn't take it with me. My basement was 1,750 square feet.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
And it was full of stuff. And, in South Carolina, there is no basement, so it's a little bit of a dilemma, So I had to get down to about 100 guitars, and I got rid of most of my amps. But I had all these parts and boxes. I was able to bring them with me.
Well, they're turning out to be good use. So
Yeah.
Thank you for that,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Christmas. You open up a box and like, wow, I don't remember having that.
Well, they are going. I did let Jim know that there are 4 ready. And I also Matt's still not here. I told him about the clarinet in a month or so. And I told him that, I told Jim that there's going to be a lot more coming on too. Because, all the bodies that are here, I said, for once, I have quite a supply to build. So I won't just have 1 or 2 for a few months, then you have another one or whatever. So I can actually get a backlog, I guess. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
So he's like, cool.
Try to figure out that dual rocker, see what that thing does.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Peggy sent me a video on it she found. Thank you, Peggy, but I have not had a chance to watch it yet because the whole day has been one big screw up after another.
I think you're onto something. I think you could lock it or unlock it and have it rock,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the way it's made, the only part that attaches to the body is that front bar, 3 screws, and then the frame will go down and the tremolo will move, or you can lift the frame up and the tremolo will still move. So there's got to be a way to lock that to where that stays in place. Because with them both going up and moving, that makes no sense whatsoever. It wouldn't do anything. So
you were talking about low pro trems before. Does it actually say low pro on it?
Yeah, it's a Floyd. Well, I'll show you. Floyd Rose. Go here. Yeah, it says key difference from the original. profile height, shorter fine tuners. Yep, no kidding. Let me see.
The covered up Jamcast. Is this Randy Price? Because I saw Jimmy say hi to Randy after.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Is
because
it?
I was watching Randy, and then Jimmy showed up on Charles Green's podcast on Friday, so I was catching the replay. And since the OU812 thing fizzled out, Jimmy and Randy are starting a cover thing, a cover podcast, but they're gonna concentrate on playing rhythm instead of the whole Weedly thing, which I think is
Cool.
fantastic.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a lot of people concentrating nothing but leads, and how about some rhythms? Let's get some Malcolm Young going. Just saying.
Very true.
All right, on Randy. So I'd keep that mental note for that. But Randy is such a phenomenal player. Him and Jimmy, man, they make a great team.
Yes, sir.
And it's cool that they got their own podcast now, so I'll definitely check that out. But you have to have your sound together, and you have to be able to play rhythm. To join the panel, he said you had to be able to play rhythm for the whole song. You could screw it up, but you got to be able to be competent enough to play the whole rhythm track for a song, any song.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Jimmy, you got me a copyright strike, 2 of them.
Yep.
It was fun, though.
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Looking forward to it, Randy.
This is we're looking for the gold low pro. We went the actual Floyd, not the licensed one, but it looks like that. So let me see. Let me actually go to Floyd Rose.
Because that thing looks like it has some long fine tuners.
That's all right. Floyd has it in gold, I think. Yeah, they do. Yeah, the way it's made, this is it. Don't need Tone Ninja one. So yeah, it kind of, I don't know. I can easily, route the other one out, but
I'm sure those things aren't too cheap either.
no, if you go to 302. So
let me see. I got a gold one back here. I want to pull it out just to compare.
make this fit it in here.
All right, see what Randy said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Randy's about as much of a Charvel freak as you are. It's like Jimmy's got the Ibanez thing, and the PV thing down.
I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yeah, that's more like, that's a regular Floyd.
It's a regular traditional one.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep, Charvels and ESPs. Yep.
There you go. I'm the same way.
Yeah, Randy got this ESP Maverick, I believe it was.
Mhm.
Thing is sweet.
Yeah, that's the regular Floyd gold one. See, this one's made a little bit different. It doesn't have the locking block screws like that. They're right here. They go right into the saddle. Then there's an arm that goes underneath that the fine tuners press down on to angle it. And his
Nice.
guitar was actually routed for this. So I have to actually take more off the back and a little bit more off the side to get the regular Floyd to fit.
I've got a one from Washburn too.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me
Look
see.
about the same.
Isn't it weird on the Floyd Rose site that add to cart button just kind of jiggles a little bit?
Yeah. Let me
Trying to
see
get to
the back side of that.
click it. Yeah, that Maverick's awesome.
So that is what I wish I see that they show the other pages, the other photos, or is it all just? Yeah, they're not showing the back or bottom of it. Oh, wait, here we go. Well, that doesn't really help, but you can see there the screws are right. They go right in right there, right into the saddle.
Okay.
Close, instead of coming from back here. So the route for this one, the physical route space is smaller than the original Floyd. And that's the issue. So Marshall's going to look and try to find one. And if he can't.
They still make those, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. But you're looking at 302 for that. So.
I saw on Reverb somebody was selling that Kegler bridge, like the one I sent you, for $240.
Really?
Yeah.
The non-tremolo? Just the wow.
Yeah. They're probably hard to find.
Well, that's going on the Tiger guitar.
Yeah, I think the new one they want like $300 for it.
Wow. There was oh my God, what's his channel name? He went and worked for Kramer for almost 2 years. Yes, basically for free. What the heck is his name? It ended this year, the working there, and he went back home. Oh my God, I can't think of the channel name. But he was working with Gary, and they did all kind of stuff. Rexy Labs, that's it. There you go. Thank you, Randy. Thank you very much, sir. That's it, Rexy Labs. He was like a retired deep sea diver.
Nice.
I was going to show you a couple of my swirl bodies I have.
Ooh.
Wowzers.
I just bought these online.
Oh, I was going to say, who'd you have do that?
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, did you do that? Good work, bro.
No, I didn't do it. I was obsessed with gems for a while. But,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. I've got some Ibanez necks too. I can put on some of these. I got this one.
Wow.
That's very cool.
Is that like a gray, like silver, and green?
Yeah, silver, gray, and green, I think.
Cool.
Silver, green, and guess a darker green.
Those are neat looking. I've never done the swirl paint job because I just dunking the whole body in the water just kind of bothers me. But
Yeah, it's kind of a weird looking process.
That's pretty
And
cool,
plus, you
Scott.
kind of need two people to do it. When you dip it in there, and then you got to kind of,
Yeah, you got to get the paint out of the way when you pull it back out. Yeah.
Or lift it up, and just one person if you have a small bin or something, it could be like really awkward and everything. You need a bigger bin and just an assistant.
So it's like I don't know.
MPN's digging those. That's good.
Well, MPN is also a very, very Ibanez guitar type guy.
Ah,
Except for the Cosmo.
there you go. Oh, Randy had a black, gray, silver swirl 1999 RG 7620. Sold. Kind of wish he had. Yeah.
This one says like 87, 88 on it. Let's see. Yeah. 87, 88 Ibanez RG 550.
Wow.
Oh.
That yellow is one of my favorite colors, especially the neon ones. That's cool.
Then I've got some of those necks that actually overhang the body, the 550s. I've got 3 of those necks. I think I got one body that goes with them.
That is what Dane is sending next for me to paint.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's I got the neck ready for so there's that one. Getting ready. So many projects going on right now.
I know.
If I could just get 3 good days in a row that I could paint, I could have them all done.
Yeah. I mean, it's in another couple months, bro. It's gonna be a year since this whole typical started.
I know.
I mean, there you October. You're at the precipice of a crossroads, and then
oh, look at that one.
This one actually takes the neck with the overhang.
Oh, cool.
This is probably like late 80s, I think.
Oh, wow.
That's neat.
I've got 3 necks that would fit this. One I was actually scalloped to full length.
There you go. I do have one neck that MPN sent me that the last 4 are scalloped.
Okay. I could see that. I knew a guy, every guitar that he bought, he would take it to the tech and just do, just from the 12th through the 16th or so.
Yeah.
And just full scallop.
Here's a Gem Junior.
There you go.
It's like a brand new body. I think I got it from Stratosphere.
I like Stratosphere.
Yeah, I like them too. I actually bought some of their bodies. They're like full bodies, but they're stripped, like some Les Pauls. And
yeah,
I've got a Les Paul Junior and a double cut Junior.
Cool.
Oh, the TV yellow or the cherry?
I got a cherry double cut, and I've got
nice.
I think that the Junior is a TV yellow. Yep, so I've got a lot of Strat bodies and Telly bodies over here.
I said you got enough to start your own guitar company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call me LSL.
You could be like the next Ed Roman.
I'll be LSL. I'll be selling some Strat copies. I could get my cease and desist letter.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, that's a great idea, Randy. I'd like to see that.
Randy, here's my let's see if I can get it. There's my 87 ESP M1 Custom. This is 1989, I think.
See, you and Randy are going to get along great.
I missed that guitar.
Some piece of shit stole it.
No, they didn't steal that one. They stole the Predator.
Oh, you sold that one.
You
Yeah.
need to sell it.
Yeah, that's the one I sold when I got laid off so I could give Cole Christmas.
Mm.
Then here was a 1989. This was Mike. He was the other guitar player in the band at the time. Now, there's a story behind this one. He got this Canton Music Center, Canton, Ohio. We went and ordered it, and they told him it was going to be 6 months. 2 weeks later, they call and say, come and get the guitar. They called me. They didn't even have his number. And I said, the guy at Canton Music Center used to work for ESP in New York. He's like, well, he said they made 4 of these for George. And when I told him we needed one, they got a hold of George, and George said, just go ahead and give him one. So he bought this brand new in 88 or 88 for $1,800. Actual ESP Kamikaze with the original, not that stupid Arrowhead stock. And that one was actually one of 4 that was built for George. He got it brand new, $1,800.
I hope he kept it.
Yeah, he still has it.
Okay. Here's
And
my
now
scallop.
they're on reverb for $5,000.
Here's my scallop Ibanez neck here. I don't know if you could see the scallops on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
All the way up to the front. I've never played something like this. I'm just curious how it would play.
You don't have to
You
press
got to get
hard.
a lighter touch.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah,
do
don't
a
press
light
hard.
touch.
It's
Yeah.
a real thin neck to begin with up here. It's like,
And this was my Predator 3DR that was stolen. This is Cole, my son, when he was like 16 months, holding it. We were playing, come back after a break. That was sitting next to the yellow ESP, and they took that. So, Scott, I'm thinking of doing that one like this, the Model 2.
okay.
The blue one. I'm really thinking of that. Here's some of the other ones.
Wow.
So yeah, it was this is my, really can't tell it. This is my Warlock I had. It was red, but it had like a marble effect in the paint job.
I've got a black one. It's a Korean NJ series.
Cool. Here's our drummer. This is when he was playing, opening up for the Fabulous Thunderbirds in the stadium. You can see their drum set behind us, and Jimmy Ray Vaughan's amp behind John right there.
You know, like how they shove you to the front of the stage.
Yeah. Yep. And I couldn't believe they had us do that, because you couldn't get, that'd be like Metallica opening for Willie Nelson. But it worked. It really worked. Be hard to do one. Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to do the Predator. Scott was nice enough to send me a body for a Predator and reverse headstock neck to remake that one, and the Model 2 stuff. So we're
Now,
gonna
if you
try to create what I'm missing.
Yeah, we found an old pickup too that'll fit in there.
Yep. Yep, the original Jackson J80 pickup.
Yeah, I actually found another one of those Jackson pickups, but it doesn't have a sticker on the back, so it's probably a newer one.
Does it say Jackson on the back plate though?
Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
Now, if you can find that right type of crackle paint that you can use a spray gun with,
Yeah.
you might have a better outcome.
Yep. I know. I know all about it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, what kind of paint do you use? Oh, it's like, come on.
Quit lying. Not no special mix. It's off the shelf from somebody. Just got to find out who.
Yeah.
So here is the guitar I'm doing for Dane. Cell shade type deal. And he told me he's probably not going to sell this. So sorry, Billy.
Someone waves enough cash in his face, he'll probably sell it.
Yeah. I mean, he is a salesman at heart, so.
Yeah. But yeah, what a great piece of advertisement, though.
Exactly. And I told him, I said, please just leave it hang for a little bit.
Hey, Ron, this one's actually, it says Charvel on the front of it.
Ooh.
It doesn't say anything on the back. I don't know if you can see that.
Is it 4 conductor wires?
Looks like it, yeah.
Hmm.
I see 3. I see a white, red, and a silver.
That would be the ground.
And I found this little baby, little Charvel single.
Ooh.
Looks like it's got like a ceramic magnet on the back, I think.
Yeah.
It's got, looks like it just has 2 wires, a black and a white.
Yeah, the single coil.
I can add these to the next box.
Okay, thank you.
These covers come off, don't they, on these things? You can always.
They're kind of like hot glued on. You can pull them off, but yeah, they're kind of hot glued on.
You can always transfer them on top of something else.
Brandy, since you're here, let's see. This was one of our releases. I'm up here, clear on the top. Wait, I keep it backward right here. And that was one of the songs, All the King's Men. I got highlighted right there. But the other song called Prelude to War, it's right here, highlighted. Yeah. And I took the 2-inch tape from back then and sent it to the guy who was the original when we recorded it, because he's the one doing all my stuff now. And he actually digitized it and then reworked it. So I'm going to let you hear it. And if I can do it, I'll go with the words. I got my real last name crossed out right there.
Power is the prophet. Truth is now a lie. Preaching domination, condemning all to die. War machine is rising. Existence is no more. Preach on earth, a casualty of war. Anger turns to hatred, earth-sweet suicide. War breeds destruction, life is now denied. War, desperation, disease, feeding on the weak. Martyrs are the cause, anarchy they seek. Kingdoms overthrown, walls are coming down. Revealing now a freedom never truly found. Anger turns to hatred, earth-sweet suicide. War breeds destruction, life is now denied. War as it was before, it shall never be. War minds us all, no one ever free. Time spent in hate, gone with every day. The hours growing late, mankind blown away.
Nuke it.
And nuke it. Yeah, Mark kind of changed this up a little bit, but
Anger turns to hatred, earth-sweet suicide. War breeds destruction, life is now denied. Oh, anger turns to hatred, earth-sweet suicide. War
and I'll show you. I'll let you hear the next one.
life is now denied.
And the next one's called All the King's Men. Somewhere here. There we go. And this is another remix. Actually, re-record the whole everything.
In the days of old, lived kings and queens. In a land of dragons, wizards and dreams. Men wore suits of steel,
like the idea.
Dying their only sin, their only thrills to kill. Shadows stand still, out on the battle blaze. Their blood begins to spread. All the Kingsmen.
So there you go. That's a sample. Now this one, I actually redid it, and that guitar right there, that mirrored guitar that I got from Greasy, is the one you're hearing main down the center, but there's also a left and right guitar, which is the green crackle. I know that's one of them. And I think the other one's the red crackle on that one. So you got left and right, but the one you hear mostly is the mirrored one. And thank you for that, Greasy. Greasy made me a deal on that. I couldn't pass up.
Yeah. Especially after what you went through trying to get,
Other one, yeah.
first time.
Yeah, I got scammed. Believe it or not, on Reverb, I got scammed. Although I can't complain though, because I got the money back within 2 hours after reporting it.
Yeah.
So I was kind of worried that wasn't going to happen, but again,
But you used the firm, right?
yes. So, and that was the funny part. When it's too good to be true, I should have realized that.
On those mirror guitars, can you actually feel the cracks between the glass?
No, that one's not cracked. But yes, you can on the cracked ones. You can feel it. This one's not cracked. It's just solid mirror. But my buddy who has the 200 some guitars hanging all over his house has a cracked Paul Stanley Iceman, and he's had it hanging there for years. And now the cracked parts of the cracked mirror are falling off. He said every now and then he'll hear something hit the hallway floor, and he goes in. There's a piece of mirror hitting on the floor.
Oh, you just glue it back in?
He did some of them, but a couple of them broke. I said, "We'll just glue both pieces in. It's still cracked like the rest of the guitar, anyhow."
Yeah, more cracks.
Yeah. So
I didn't know if they like put something over it, like some clear, some kind of glue or something to keep them all held together, some kind of finish.
Yeah, very true. Rez, I do, but it's buried in that email somewhere. So, yeah, I can't play. I thought it was 7, but I've had a total of 4 on each hand. 8 operations total. They're just going bad. And I can't play like I used to. I had a stroke a couple years ago, pretty bad one. And I still have, where I hold my pick is still numb. And it scared me. And, yeah, send it, Rez. I'll get it. And it scared me, and I wanted, all this stuff back here, 40 some years of collecting. It could all be sold, or whatever, and it's like, what's left? So I'm still good friends with pretty much everybody that ever played in the band or opened for us, or we opened up for, and some of the other bands in this area. So what I wanted to do is put music, write new music, put it out there, and that way it'll always be there. And some of the stuff I can't do anymore. I mean, I know how to do it. I know what to do. My hands just won't do it.
You can make your own behind the music documentary.
Yeah. And so what I started doing was writing and doing what I could. And then when I can't do it, I'm getting other people to come in and hit the solos on the ones that I can't do anymore. But I just wanted that I didn't want to. Okay, I didn't want to not leave anything out there. Because like I said, all Cole and Carrie and my wife can sell all this stuff, and then there's nothing left. But the stroke scared me. I didn't know how much time I had. I was scared to death. So I got a hold of a bunch of old friends, old bandmates, guys from other bands I've been friends with for 40 years, 45 years. And I've been writing all these songs, been recording them here. Then I shipped the raw stuff to the producer, Mark, who we had years ago, who did 2 of our 3 releases. He's about ready to retire, but he's not charging me anything to put all this together to produce it. The deal was, what I get is what I get, because he's doing it for free. So he's experimenting with a bunch of stuff. Like the whole gospel backup things, it's like, but okay. But he's like throwing in a bunch of keyboards, because we never had keyboards. So he's throwing in a bunch of that stuff, but he's mixing it, and I can't complain because it's not cost me anything, but it's making the songs out there. So I did a song called Alone in the Echo, and it was about not wanting to be alone when the end comes, because my father had just died in May last year, then Ozzy, 2 months later, and I grew up with Ozzy. I've been listening to Ozzy since I was 5 years old. So I just start thinking about, I just don't, I want to leave something, because I do, what now is called the Gunner Project, where, through donations, I'm putting all these guitars together and giving them to people who either can't afford a guitar or using the parts to fix their guitars if they have some and they can't afford to get it fixed, so they can keep learning the art of music, the gift of music. So I figured, pay it forward that way. Scott has been a generous donator for all this stuff. A lot of people have. Greasy, MPN. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. People stepped up, and I love it. And so I just wrote a couple of songs about that. You said, well, it's possible. So I did a couple. I have all the songs I write, I either lived it, or someone close to me lived it, or I've studied it. I don't make up songs. The only one I ever made up was the one you just heard, All the King's Men, because obviously I didn't live in medieval times. But the rest of them, there's a story behind every one of them. And then I did this one called Alone in the Echo, and it's about not wanting to be alone at the end. I'll let you hear that. Nope, hold on. Here it is.
The dust settles on a worn out wooden floor, the shadow of a man behind a locked door. I watch the seasons change through a cracked pane, counting every drop of the cold winter rain. There is a hollow sound in the empty hall, waiting for a voice or that phantom's call. house in the backyard dirt. Tried to hide away all that hurts. The clock on the wall has no sound.
The guy that's singing on most of these is the guy here circled on the end.
My boots are covered in the miles of the past, wandering along the quiet.
That's when we were all in our 20s.
The ink is trying on a page with no name.
This guy right here. Now, 57 or 58. That's him you're hearing now.
Holding on to nothing with a trembling hand. I do not want to go where the silence takes its toll, leaving not a trace of my struggle or my soul. I do not want to fade like a vapor in the sky. No one there to witness my last goodbye. Any reason or a better lift to fly. I don't want to perish, a hollow feeling in my eyes. I met a traveler on the road to the west. He had a silver medal pinned to his chest. He told me that the glory was a bitter pill to swallow, and the heart inside is jagged and is hollow. He had 1,000 stories, but no one left to hear, trading all his triumphs for a single human tear. The prophets in the street are howling at the moon, singing frantic and disconnected too. They talk of heavy burdens, the price of being free, but none of them can offer clarity to
They recorded
me.
some of
I
it.
am looking for a spark in the middle of the night, something more than shadows dancing in pale light. The ink is drying on a stage with no dame. The monster circling the dying flame. I see the finish line drawn in the sand, holding on to nothing with a trembling hand. I do not want to go where the silence takes its toll, leaving not a trace of my struggle or my soul. I do not want to fade like a vapor in the sky, with no one there to witness my last goodbye. My last goodbye. Give me a reason or a better left to find. I don't want to perish, a hollow film in my eyes. I do not want to go where the silence takes its toll, leaving not a trace of my struggle or my soul. I do not want to fade like a vapor in the sky, with no one there to witness my last goodbye.
So any keyboards you hear in any of these and the background singers were all put in by Mark. So yeah, it was, I just did a bunch. I even have a serial killer song collection, believe it or not.
Oh, thanks, Red.
So very White Snake. Yeah, when he joined the band, Rez, we used to do back then, you had to play covers. So we would do half covers and half originals. And when he joined the band, we were able to do anything from Skid Row, Queensryche, or TNT, Knights of the New Thunder, like the song Seven Seas. He just nailed it. So, but that was I was in the mid 20s, they were early 20s, but so now he's 57 or 58. Comes over and sings, and when you start listening to some of these, you can hear one of the first ones we recorded was one called One Night Eternal, which is Greasy's favorite song. And it's about a one night stand I had in 1984. And that was one of the first ones we actually recorded, recently. And that's probably the best sound. His voice sounds great. The mix Mark did on it is great. I did the solo, and there's a kind of a sweep picking thing in the solo. Takes a second, and it actually took me a little over an hour to get it because of my hands just not working. But I got powered through it, got it done. But I think out of all these new songs, that's probably the best sounding one, because that was right when Kevin was, pretty fresh. And then I've been putting him through his pace with a bunch of these. So now some of the newer ones, you'll hear him getting a little rougher because it's getting a little harder on him because he hasn't been singing for years. So
that was like 1984? Wow. One Night Eternal?
Yeah.
Wow.
1984.
Damn, I was barely out of the Marine Corps at that point. You were having a lot more fun than I was. I was a mess.
Well, I can even tell you what happened. The girl I was engaged to.
Oh.
Okay, wait, no. Hold on. Here's what happened. She was down at Marshall University studying to be a physical therapist.
Okay.
And she ended up cheating on me. We were engaged, and she cheated on me with the guy in her class, who she eventually ended up marrying. They're still married.
Oh, well.
And I just found out about it, and the engagement was off, and it was the very next night. I just went to a bar, and that's when that happened.
Wow.
So, kind of like a revenge thing, I guess. I don't know, but
yeah, fate kind of stepped in and kind of let you, get out your tensions that way.
Mm-hmm. So I think that actually sounds the best. His voice, because it was right when he first started doing this for me, and he, I don't know. I mean, Greasy, you've heard them all. I would still say that's probably the best quality song. Not necessarily because of the lyrics, but I mean the overall production and his voice and everything.
Oh yeah, everything just really clicked on that track, and it's got a little magic spark to that song. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's got an incredible range.
Yeah, he does. And the funny part was, I knew him back in '84 as a bass player.
Oh.
I knew Kevin then, but he just played bass because we hung out at this guy's house, had a big PA system and all this stuff. And he was there just all, he was just a bass player. And we all, whoever showed up just jammed together. And then when we were advertising for a singer, he showed up, and I hadn't seen him in a few years. I'm like, Kevin, we don't need bass because I'm here to sing. I didn't know he could sing.
Oh,
then
wow.
he started singing. I was like, damn, where you been?
Yeah.
Been back in the back line there.
Yeah. So, I thought, let me, this is One Night Eternal, and it is about one night. My wife obviously doesn't like this song, but this is the best sounding song with his voice and production. I play all guitars in this and a solo, but understand the sweep picking part, kind of sweep picking, took me an hour to get it because my hands just won't do it anymore. So 1 second part of the solo took an hour. And I recorded on that Warrior back there.
Warrior.
But this is the best, Rez. Everything's right. The mix, the vocals. I mean, I don't think you could get better.
Midnight whispers on tangled sheets. Moonlight dances on a silhouette so sweet. Her perfume lingers like a stolen rhyme. A fleeting touch that defies time. Every glance a promise on her parted lips. No names exchanged in the candle's glow. Just two shells melting slow. Then the dawn comes creeping in, turning magic back to sin. Her dress slides on like midnight sun, leaving just the scent of where she's been. Oh, one night eternal in my veins.
I think he sounds like Ray Gillen there.
Chains of morning rain. Every street light, every passing train. I'll chase your shadow through the pain. Now the city's full of echoes and lies. Every dark-haired girl catches my eyes. Beggars and kings all look the same when you're drowning in a missing name. Footsteps fade on the avenue, but none of them ever sound like you. The bartender pours another wound while the jukebox plays a forgotten tune. Oh, one night eternal in my veins, a ghost in the chains of morning rain. Every street lamp, every passing train. I'll chase your shadow through the pain.
Now this right here took an hour. That.
One night eternal in my veins, a ghost in the chains of morning rain. Every street light, every passing train. I'll chase your shadow through the pain.
Thank you, Rez. It was actually recorded here, in here. This is all soundproof. Use my Engel amp and Mesa cabinets. Then once everything was done, the raw tracks, I just sent everything to Mark and he put it all together. No, I didn't. I did not mix it. No. The guy who did 2 of our original releases is the one doing all this. So,
You use Pro Tools for that?
believe it or not, Cakewalk.
Cakewalk, okay.
Mm-hmm. Now it's Cakewalk Sonar, or just Sonar now, but yeah, we
some
just did.
some people use that Reaper software too. It's really
Yeah,
cheap.
I've never tried that. Yeah, I've never tried that one. Now, Cole, my son, uses Pro Tools for everything.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, that was Engel amp, Mesa cabs. Excuse me, you use Reaper? Cool. Yeah, I have a photo of his old studio, and when I say old, this was 1987, when we were in there recording. He had a Studer, and one of the new. There was only two in the country at the time. His and Eddie Van Halen's at 5150. Oh. This was our first drummer here, but there's Mark in his studio hooking up the drum set. The drummer died 2 years ago. This was 1987. But Mark had, I mean, I got other photos. Had a massive studio. I mean, it was freaking unreal. And it was funny because Mark had worked with Motley Crue. He's even on the, I think it's the Theater of Pain album. He ran live sound for like Gloria Estefan for years. But it was interesting because he also worked with David Lee Roth and Steve Vai for the Eat 'em and Smile thing. And while we were in there recording, David Lee Roth and Steve Vai dropped by, which I didn't know it because I was behind the glass recording. And I thought I was done, and all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, you can do better than that." And I'm thought, that's not Mark. I turn around and it was Steve Vai. I'm like, then I just kind of like, crap, I can't play now in front of Steve Vai. I asked him if he wanted to do it, and he's like, dude, not my song. I'm like, well, make it yours.
Steve Vai's a cool dude.
Yeah, he is. Try to find some of those other photos. But yeah, it was fun. Dave was, of course, Dave. Got to shake their hands and stuff and talk to him for a little bit, and then they end up leaving. But there's photos of me sitting in at the mixing board, and you could see the big 2-inch tape Studer in the background. I can find the damn photo. But yeah, we had a blast, and it was, I forget what the rate was, but it ended up coming out to like $1,000 per song in 1987.
Yeah, the one time I got to be in a really top of the line professional studio. It was called Studio 56. It was on like the southwest corner of Hollywood and Vine. And Guns N' Roses did their Use Your Illusion albums there. Elvis did albums there. It was
Cool.
like a really cool place. And this guy that I worked with, his old bandmate, the guy's name was Snake Rock, and he had a couple songs that he wanted to submit, to the record company to be possibly used for one of the boy bands like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or something. So his name was Mark. So Mark invited me. He goes, "You want to, hang out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So went down there, and I'm just checking it out. And just the first time you're in a really cool studio like that, it was, really sweet. So then the engineer that was there, because I'm standing there in the back, just staying out of everybody's way, and I was watching him bust the balls of his, intern. So so he goes, "Hey man, come on over here, have a seat." So I sat next to him and stuff, and I said, "Oh, what's your name?" And I, told him my name's David, and he goes, "Hi, I'm Roy Thomas Baker." And I was like, "Er?" It's like, holy shit, I know exactly who this guy is. And he was really cool. And he kept on. So my coworker there was recording some guitar lines, and he was, like he always bragged about. He was that guy that went to the House of Blues when my coworker, had a gig, and he was standing in front of him trying to intimidate him and made him
Oh,
scream.
yeah. I
So
remember you
this
telling us
guy,
about that.
so Mark choked bad in front of Roy Thomas Baker. I mean, bad, 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 bad. It was, and seeing him throw his ego around, to see him just, mess up like that, it was kind of poetic. And so, just talking to Roy, and but the one thing that was cool, like his intern was taking all these notes and stuff, and all of a sudden Roy looks at him and goes, he winks at me and goes, "I need a hammer." And he goes, and the intern's like, "What? What? He goes, "I need a hammer. Get me a hammer." He goes, "Well, what kind of hammer?" He goes, "I don't care. We need a hammer." So this intern's like freaking out. Like you can see his brain short circuiting. Like, what the hell's he want? So he finally comes back with a small ball peen hammer. And he goes, "You got the hammer?" He goes, "Yeah, good. Now let's nail this track."
Nail it, right.
And I was just sitting there laughing. I'm like, and it was cool. I got to, have this a lighthearted moment with one of the greatest recording engineers ever, and that was always really cool. And then the second time was when I got to hang out with Eddie Kramer. So that was
Wow.
really cool.
Yeah,
I like
can't
those
beat that.
stories of them guys clipping the tapes. They got them like
Yeah.
hanging all around the studio.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you had to be a pro to cut the tapes and splice them together and make them work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not like today, all just done. I remember sitting there listening to it and stopping and going real slow, then taking your finger and going back and there, stop. Yeah, that was it was fun, but that took a lot of skill.
Especially when the artist is gone and you're just left with the tape.
Yes.
Don't screw it up.
There's more. I got 5,000 some photos on this phone, so trying to find them is ridiculous. But that's a little history of it. Let's see.
Do you show 485 subscribers? That's what my screen shows.
Yes.
All right, we're getting close.
15 away from free giveaway.
Well, we have to start getting that box ready.
Ogre's got a good thing here. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
Michael
idea,
Keaton.
Ogre. It's not a bad idea. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person in the world can say I took Batman and Norm from Cheers to a strip club.
Yep.
Because that doesn't happen all the time.
That doesn't happen, like never.
Of course, he wasn't Batman then, but he became Batman, so that counts.
And that was pre-Beetlejuice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But post Johnny Dangerously.
Well, 85 was filmed in 85. Might have been after Johnny Dangerously. Might have been the one right before that. Then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. I mean, he was on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Keaton. He was great.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Mr. Mom.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because I did that. I pulled that joke on him. And when they had him pulling the steel out, trying to pull it out of the blanker, cutting the steel sheets, when I had told Ron Howard he had to put the gloves underneath that black or that brown leather jacket, and I walked up and I was over with Michael and I was talking to him, and he's like, "What's this pump out? 100, 102?" I said 102, 103, 105, whatever it takes. He just looked at me, rolled his eyes, and walked away.
Oh, Rez. My mother hung me on a hook once.
I would love to, right? You need to tell her that.
Yeah.
Tell her she's more welcome. I'd love to have her on here. I would love for her and I to paint a guitar together.
Ogre Lord. He wanted to try making toast using his iron. Hey, well, in The Sopranos, Phil had to, make grilled cheese on the radiator. He compromised.
Yeah, but I write her and she doesn't look at it for like a week or two. So, and I don't know, but because what happened on the other show, I didn't know if they said anything to her or well, I have no idea. I know she reads it just before she read it right away, and now it takes her a while to. Because I know Mr. Livermore ruined the Tessie switch deal. That was going to work for all this too. But yeah, God knows what he told him. So, oh well. Anybody else want to come on? Or Scott, you got anything else you want to show?
I don't know. I can look around for something.
Okay. Anybody else want to come on? Oh, there's David. See? David, I sent you the new link.
And all you dang beings from other planets, especially the other one. The one planet that gets mentioned every show.
I don't forget that shit.
He's right here, Peggy. He'll be on in just a sec.
Ozzy here, the Prince of King Darkness, and I am telling you to watch FRETworks channel always. These guys, Ron, Greasy, and David, no, they're shit, mate. Watch it.
I love that.
Yeah, David, Uranus.
Ron, I was going to show you this neck here. I think this is just like the one you were dry fitting last night.
Yeah, that is it. Yep.
Except that one has the logo sanded off. So
Yeah.
it's a Japanese Charvel neck. I think they put these on Strat type.
Yeah.
I used to have one. It was like a Strat type.
Now, I tell you what, I'd never seen that actual neck before till you sent that other one, and that neck is like really impressive.
Yeah. Then they also make like a pointy one too.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have one of those too.
Peggy was good at those numbers. Peggy, now don't lie, you were good at those numbers. No, I just Raymond, I just contact her through Messenger.
And you got this type of neck here.
Ooh, I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's a Charvel. They made Strat type guitars and they put those on there.
That almost looks like that old Fender short scale. What do they call it? Swinger or something. It had a pointy headstock like that.
And I got a Jackson one too.
Oh, there you go.
Dang. Oh, I like the fret markers just on top.
This one's actually scalloped.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Man.
I'd say the Charvel neck is a little thinner though.
Those are cool.
I used to have a Strat with a neck like this, a Charvel Strat.
Yeah, yeah. Back, I just get her through Messenger. I don't have the phone number, so. Okay. Here is Rez's. Let me play this. This is Rez's song. No, wait a minute. Can I do it through here? Let me check. That'd be a lot easier if I could do it through the Roadcaster. Download it. Where am I downloading it to? There. Okay, let me do this. Over here into the Dying to Play folder. And that might work that way. Then I think I can, yeah, you know what? Maybe I can. Let me see if I can add it to the playlist here. Add media, upload from disk. All right, Joe, I think we may have it. Done. Yep, I have it on here. I can play it through here. A month ago. Wow. Well, I'm sure you got her phone number. So. Okay, we're going to play this song from Rez. It is called Tambourine. Got all to work together. There you go. You know, that's what I like about the music. People hear. I mean, people's always saying, "I did this. I'm writing this." That's what's great. I don't care what kind of music it is. I don't care if it's Hank Williams type, original Hank Williams country, to opera, to death metal, to the classic Sinatra stuff. As long as you're doing some kind of music, that's the plus. So, Rez, good on you, sir.
Yeah, that really chugged.
Yeah, it did. That would make Ola happy.
Yeah. That's a nice thing about living here in LA. When the music scene was actually a music scene, it was so very vibrant. It was you had the record companies desperately trying to find the next big thing, but there was these other little things that were kind of cool. And my friend Barry, who passed away a few years ago, he was an actor in The Shining, and he played Pontius Pilate in the movie Jesus Christ Superstar. And he got me into musical theater. And so we would go, we saw like this Leap of Faith. It was a musical play with Brooke Shields and everything, and got to go, and he got me backstage, and I got to meet the musical director and, hang out. And it was really interesting. It was a huge learning experience for me, and just, the different kind of, how structured it is. They all got their sheet music,
Yes.
and they play everything. It's got to be really precise. And like I was asking the guitar player, I go, "What's the pressure like?" He goes, "Yeah, it can be pretty intense, but if you're well rehearsed and you know your parts, and you just hope you don't break a string or something happens, and but he goes, at the end, it's like it's fun. It's like running a marathon, and then you finally cross the finish line, and you're like, that was good." But
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're, even that dinner theater or what, music dinner.
yeah,
There was a dinner theater place in Dayton that we used to go to,
yeah,
and it was very interesting because you would go there, and it's like the stage was down here,
yeah,
and then it was like 3/4 of a circle in tiers where all
yeah.
your meals were, and you were looking down at
Mhm.
it was really neat to do that.
Like an opera house type
Yeah.
setup.
Yep.
Yeah, seeing how the backstage, because I always like the behind the scenes, the goings on, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the punk scene, you see the metal scene, you see the hard rock scene, doing the country thing, doing the acoustic duo thing. It's
Yep.
like this one buddy of mine, he'd like, "Hey man, I'm going to play this farmer's market. Let's do some." So I had a Gibson J45 at the time, and I regret selling that guitar, but damn it. But we'd go play the
We've all
like
been there.
farmers market and stuff, and we'd do some Neil Young songs and stuff, and it was pretty cool, man. But yeah, just the different from pop, and seeing the Lady Gaga wannabes to the
Yeah. Well, there's a bar uptown here. It was called Michelangelo's, and a guy I went to school with was a singer, and he sang for other bands, and at one time he joined us. It was right before we got Kevin, actually, because we'd fired Wayne, and Mike joined, and he rehearsed with us for about 2 weeks, and we had a show scheduled, and we went to the show. He never showed up.
oh
Here, the band he left was playing that night, and they had him come sing for that show. So we ended up doing like an open mic night. We had different people come up and sing while we just played the songs. But him and I used to go to this bar every Monday night. I had a 12 string and he had a 6 string, and we would just sit on stools. They had like during normal, they had it was kind of like they call it picture windows. It goes
yeah,
out, but it went out a lot. It was made of block or brick with stained windows, and during the day there was a table up there where you could sit and eat. They had like 4 of those. and we would sit up there on stools, and he would sing, and we'd both play for like 2 or 3 hours. Right? We was playing like Bryan Adams, Summer of '69, stuff like that.
Oh,
And
cool.
and just I got free tea, he got free beer. So, but we did that every Monday for I bet over a year. So,
Every musical situation I was in, I am like absolutely proud to say that I was the one who didn't drink. I was the one who was the sober dude. And
yep,
more often than not, I was the designated driver to make sure these guys
I
get home.
am right there with you, Greasy.
Yeah, I had no problem with that.
Yep, neither did I. The
And
only
then these
time I ever
guys,
smelled like beer is when they brought the party bongs on stage, or party
yeah,
balls on stage, and pumped them up and sprayed everybody, including us.
yeah.
So,
The nice thing is though, when you get these guys' wives or girlfriends, significant others, they're like, "Thank you for getting them home safe,"
yeah,
and no problem. You know,
yep, that's true. Rez, you're not getting away with that easy. You have to tell us what you used, what instrument, what tuning, what you used to record it. If you used an amp or if you used a digital, you got it. You spilled out, brother. You want to come on?
yeah, we
You want
want
to
the
come on and tell
details
about
and
it?
we want them now.
Yeah. Call it my need to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Was it from an act of God that you recorded at, or what? I just call it my need to know.
It's like you write some beautiful masterpiece and stuff. Like, wow, what was it like a divine light from heaven that just kind of shined through your soul and just inspired you to put pen to paper? And he's like, no, I was like grunting out a gnarly turd, on the shitter, and it just kind of came to me when I was wiping. So I was like,
Okay, so he said sure. He doesn't have a camera set up right now, but he will tell us. So about a year ago, and he said he drank enough for all of us. Greasy, Rez did.
when they go, hey, you want a beer? No, 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 you go ahead, and more for you.
Played covers for 2 decades. Dumped the guitar about 8 years. Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who had to stop, playing, and then later on in life they can start up again.
Yep.
Of course, for some reason you had to stop, like when you'd have a girlfriend that would, cut your guitar strings all the time because she's mad at you about something, that
You
kind of
pay
stuff.
more attention to that guitar than you do me.
And it's like, and the guitar doesn't nag, it doesn't complain.
Music was dead to you. Well, see, being Italian, I would have to write the word music on paper, crumble it up, light it, and put it in an ashtray. Then it would be dead to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I had another Charvel neck I was going to show you here.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's off of, I think, a Floyd Rose model.
Yeah.
This one's like in really good shape, though. This looks like new.
Yeah, it is. 22 fret.
looks nice.
No.
That is nice. Telling you, Charvel and Jackson make some of the best necks.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sold. I caught myself looking at some Jacksons today.
Really? Like what?
Yeah, I was looking on that one place in Tennessee. Forgot the one where you got your Antigua.
Yeah, the Franklin guitar ones.
Yeah, Franklin. They had the one that has a single humbucker, but it has like green diamond. It's black and it has like green diamonds on it.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, I seen that one. That one's a good price too. Is it still on sale?
Yeah, it was like $440 something, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I think, they had a sale going on not long ago, and they were in the threes. So, yeah, put it on your watch list. They may just shoot you an offer.
Yeah, when I got my first one there, they gave me a 10% coupon. Kind of like a first time buyer thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they just sent me a really killer offer for this one guitar I've had on my watch list for a while now, and it's like, don't need it, but it's really tempting, and it's a cool
Yep.
guitar. So I don't know. I have to think about it. I got about another day and a half.
Yeah, because I got that other one for like $622 with shipping and tax, and new
That's a
itself
good
for
price
like
for a
it's like
pro.
$1,100 new.
Yeah,
That's an
yeah.
excellent price for a pro. All right, so Rez bought a guitar again after walking away from it for a while. Interface, drum program, started to learn to write, went through a lot of bad ones before I got to here. Okay.
Yeah,
We've all been there.
that's the process.
5-string bass, tuned to B standard, drop A. 1365s.
Mhm.
Drop A like Ginger. You ever hear that girl sing?
No,
No, I have not.
You can sing like low like a man too. She does like the Pantera.
Okay.
That type of really low voice.
oh, nice.
Hey, puppy.
Hey, puppy.
Well, what you're doing sounds pretty good, Rez.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
really does.
it does. I like it.
You know, and
You need to keep that up. Don't
the
don't.
the weird thing is, like, sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Being in Los Angeles, I've heard a lot of people that I was acquaintance with, and oh, listen to this song, and really mediocre. I mean, I gotta say, like, I'm not a songwriter myself, but the songs like your songs, Ron, and stuff like what Rez did, it's far better than a lot of the stuff that I heard living here in what was the entertainment,
Yeah.
capital. And it's a trip, it's like now that the industry's pretty much gone,
Yeah.
you know, Hollywood's just, all the old backlots, Warner Brothers, they sold that land off and they destroyed all those sets. The Partridge Family house, the let's see, that was the same house that the father, not Fathers Know Best, but Marcus Welby, MD, all
Yeah.
those, those famous houses and the streets, all gone now.
The
Part of
Bewitched
history.
house,
Yeah,
which was also used in Home Improvement
yeah,
on one episode where, hey, David, where the house,
Hi,
where
everybody.
their buddy always ate the donuts,
yeah,
and it was his aunt's house, and Tim fixed the natural gas pipe, and it blew the house up.
yeah.
Yeah, that was Samantha's house.
You need any
So
7-string pickups? I found a 7-string pickup here too.
Hold on.
It's
Wait a minute.
I don't know if it's an Ibanez or what it is. It just says made in Japan on the back of it. But it's a 7-stringer. Looks like it's a direct mount. It's got foam on the back.
Yeah.
I've got a set of those. I
Well,
do have
most-
a couple of strings too.
Cool.
Ibanez.
David, did you see the swirl guitars?
Briefly, I saw him as he was about to put them away.
Oh,
So
those
caught a little bit of it.
Scott's got some nice stuff there. I'm telling you, very much so.
Yeah, I'm noticing. It's very cool.
Like I said, he's got enough to start his own guitar company. He could be another Ed Roman. That would be interesting.
without the attitude.
Yeah, yeah,
I met
definitely
Ed
without the
Roman.
attitude.
One time I was in Vegas and wanted to go check it out. He gave us the tour, but yeah, lots of tude there.
David,
Yeah. Oh, right on.
there's your Brett crowning assistant things.
Fret grinding
And
tools. Yes, very cool.
So how'd your day go today, David?
well,
Very good, very good. I got my frets done on my Ibanez guitar. I would
Nice.
say record time getting those ends done. That was
Yeah.
amazing. I, I don't know what the difference was, but went fast, came out great.
Fantastic. That's good to hear.
Yep. Uh, it looked like it was going to rain outside, but it never did, so the temperature dropped. I was able to walk the dog finally. Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's been brutal till about midnight usually, and she don't
So
want to go at midnight
oh,
anymore. She acts like I'm ripping her out of her bed.
so it's actually nice to hear that these frets didn't take your usual 30 hours.
No, they didn't take forever this time. Like I said, I don't know what was different. I did buy a new fret tool. I got one from shit. I can't think of it. Always a good company. Um,
Music
Do
Nomad.
Three.
that's the one. Music Nomad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't.
Here's a red, white, and blue body, a Telly.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is
Yes,
way
it is.
cool.
It's from a place called Palette Custom Guitars.
Oh,
It's in Maine, I guess.
Wow.
It doesn't have much on the back. It's just got the string
Yeah.
through.
That is sweet.
it looks fine.
Yeah,
Put a
Scott's got all
shorty
kind of
bridge
cool
on
stuff.
it, and then direct mount the bridge and the neck pickups. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if you had
And
to
the
have
wife
a
went,
pick guard on it, put a clear one.
Um,
and the wife went to bed about 10:30, and then I'm an hour behind you. And then I could smell myself, man. I could have trick or treated over the podcast. I'm like, I got to get a shower. This is ridiculous.
let's see, what time is it? Oh, MPN's probably went. Talk to him about the guitar,
Okay.
and we're just going to fix it. No problem. But I waited all to hour before the show before I told him. I just dreaded, because going what he went through with the Firefly. I was like, man,
Yeah. And he recommended I file a claim, and the problem is damage is kind of minimal. Yeah, it's damage, but it's not drastic to you and me.
Yeah.
Anybody else maybe, but I don't want them paying me for a guitar I'm going to keep.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Pay me the whole amount when
Yeah,
$80
partial
would have
settlement.
covered it? Yeah, if I'd have asked for a partial settlement at that point, I've never done one, so I don't know if they just, oh well, you didn't win it, and whatever.
So what you
That's
got
why
there,
I was
Scott?
asking about the other one, whether they make you send it back, when they pay for it.
Yeah. No, they didn't do that on the other one.
Yeah.
5150. What are you going to show there, Scott? I got.
Oh, I got a
highlighted.
it's a Warmouth Strat.
Oh, there you go. Is that heavy?
Nice. Yeah,
It's pretty heavy.
Okay.
Probably 5 pounds or something. It's got a
yeah, that's solid ash.
Here we go.
That's nice though.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody paid a lot for this.
Yeah.
It's got a battery compartment too.
Hmm.
It's some Mac pickups on it.
Cool.
Yep, it's got a little battery compartment. Just to kind of toggle down, and you can slip the battery right in.
I forget which guitar it was. I had a battery compartment in it, and you couldn't get the damn battery in it. And then once it took forever, and heaven forbid when you had to change it took you a half hour to get the battery out.
Yeah, some of them are really tight.
Mm-hmm.
It says 4.4 on it. That must be the weight.
Probably. Yeah, that's why I did the beat up guitar looking thing. Kind of like towards Mick Mars, just to have the middle pickup and the two humbuckers. And then I use the Van Halen pick guard thing just so I'd be able to change the battery whenever I need to. I'd hate to have to take it all apart.
Let's see. Speaking. Yeah, to me,
It does.
I mean, Rez, I am not a big Motley Crue fan. I never really was because I never was never impressed with Vince's singing for one. And when Mark worked on the theater, he ran sound for their Theater of Pain concerts tour. And I actually have a live recording from 1985 of Theater of Pain from Osaka, Japan.
Wow.
And they sound terrible. I mean, it's really, really bad. So that just solidified my thoughts on Vince's voice. So I never was a fan, that big of a fan. I mean, I did like some of the hits. I like Dr. Feelgood. You know, that album was probably the best
That was a
one
great
I've
album. Yeah.
But like your comment with John 5, to me, that's not even Motley Crue.
No Mick Mars, no Crew.
Exactly.
I liked him because, regardless, Mick may not have been the best and Vince Neil might not have been the best, but they just had mojo together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
I
the team of them.
I always did say Tommy Lee was an incredible drummer.
He really was. I think he was the only one that probably could have really survived on his own.
Yep.
The rest of them needed each other, but that was fine. I mean, it was like that's what it was. It was Motley Crue.
But
Yeah, and the style of their vocals, there's like no breathing in between, so
Yeah.
he starts dancing around a little bit and he's done. He has no air left.
I think that's what was so impressive about Guns N' Roses back in '89. That time frame, because that guy did all that screaming, running around the stage, and just never ran out of breath. It was incredible.
Was that before or after he wanted to fight Vince Neil?
I don't know.
Yeah, they remember that feud, Greasy?
Yep. Well, they said it wouldn't be much of a fight because it was quoted that Vince Neil's a real powder puff. That's what he was describing.
Well, I mean, if you look at those two, I could see Axl just going all out, just hog wild on Vince. And Vince maybe throwing one or two punches and trying to protect his face.
Yeah.
Well, he's a lot smaller guy.
Yeah. So.
Well, you ever listen to that Full in Bloom, those interviews?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah, like when they were talking, like Tom Werman, he was saying that they were so bad and Vince was such a horrible singer, even early on. I mean, we're talking Shout at the Devil and everything, that they had to record every line by themselves. Like, she's got the looks that kill. Okay, stop. Okay,
Cut.
get ready. She's got the looks that kill. Stop. And then they had to cut and paste everything together, and they had to do the same thing with Poison, because they were pretty awful back then. And they said that because they were able to do that, they really lowered the bar for success for a band, and they were hoping that they get their chops up, while they're out on the road touring. So,
yeah, that I can see that with Vince. Not only the voice, but their their world famous drug use in the studio.
yeah, that's the thing.
They said he had a couple strokes.
Yeah. That was been like with what, in the last 10 years?
Yeah, I think
last couple of years.
I think about a year and a half ago, he might have had a couple strokes.
Because I know that one video clip, there's a short on Facebook. It actually shows Nikki helping Vince walk out on stage. So, but I know that I watched one guy. He was, I can't think of his name. He was talking about lip syncing, and it was a show just from the other night. And it was one of their older songs where he gets a real high voice, and he's lip syncing, and there's no words. Then when the words come out, he stopped. Then he started on a different line from what you're hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And he just looked like he was lost. And this guy's like, you may not have been the best or very good, but you did get popular. You made a lot of money at it. Obviously, you can't do it now, and health reasons even made it worse. So it's time just to walk away
Yeah.
instead of going out there and just degrading every show more and more and more. So
It's quite insulting to your fans who paid good money to go see you because times are tough and the economy sucks ass and everything, and to I don't know, it's just such a disservice to your fans who
yeah,
actually built
especially when
you
you're
up.
charging $250 for a ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember going. I saw Metallica for like $19 on the Justice for All tour.
Yeah.
I think it was 19, but 19 or 20, and we were mad because it went up. It was like
Yeah.
14 before. So
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
And nowadays you got $500 for nosebleed section, and
yep.
then you got to hear some rant about stuff, from the performer. It's like, shut the fuck up and do your songs,
Just lip sync it, will you?
yeah.
No, why Motley Crue doesn't just do the Skid Row thing and get a hot chick to sing all their songs. I mean, it's not like he wouldn't be a part of it. Shit, he could be on stage.
He could be backup singer.
Something. I mean, he's part of Motley Crue. Cool, be there. But,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah,
said, don't struggle through it and, the fans are like, that sucks.
yeah. It just and it's not like it's one show that it's every show, and it's getting worse and worse and worse on every show.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
but then there's some of these guys, they go, "Ah, I just can't let it go, man. I just got to feel that applause." Really? Or, is your ego that out of control that you just need that constant validation?
And that's why I give props to Dee Snider.
Yeah.
Stepped away, said I can't do it. I'm not going to go out there and cheat you and
Yeah.
cheat myself. So he stepped away from it, and I you got to give the man props for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
anybody else singing for Twisted Sister won't be Twisted Sister, but he's not going to cheapen the memory of what they
Yeah.
did. So that's a good thing.
Well, it sounded like the rest of the band wasn't ready to hang it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing about being a singer, though. I mean, the guitar player, drummer, bass player, they can do all the drugs and do all that stupid stuff, and they can still. All they got to do is play their instrument. They're not singing.
Yeah.
know?
Well, I know James said about Metallica that he knows there's going to come a day where they can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
At that speed. Like
Yeah.
Lars is not going to be able to do what he did 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But I did like the interview. They were talking about Dave Mustaine saying something about Lars being a terrible drummer, and they asked James about that, and James said, "Yeah, funny part is Lars isn't even the best drummer in Metallica."
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So but that the bass player Robert, did you ever hear him play flamenco guitar?
Yeah.
No.
Freaking fabulous flamenco type guitarist.
He sure is.
That was like shockingly good. And then now he's playing bass.
Yeah. I don't know how the guy plays. He has it down by his ankles.
Yeah. Yeah. I watch him play and my back hurts.
Yeah.
Just watching him, it's like, oh, now there goes my knee.
But regardless, it's cool that he's doing something that nobody else is doing.
Yeah.
And I like Robert. I liked him in Ozzy. But I still think Jason was granted he was no Cliff, and they treated him like crap because he wasn't Cliff.
Yeah.
But I think as far as putting his heart and soul into it,
He did.
I think he was more into it than the rest of the band was.
Yeah.
And then not to let him do his own thing on the side.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And I watched an interview with James where he said, I didn't get it then because I wanted to protect what Metallica was. And I thought something like that would ruin it and taking it away from me. He said, but now, years later, older, I look at it, it's like we did not give him the creative outlet that he apparently needed. And that's what drove him away.
Yeah.
He's like, now, if it would have happened now, it would be a different story. We'd say, go do your thing. That's fine.
Yeah.
He said, but back then, this was our baby. And if it wasn't Metallica and you were in the band, then it would hurt Metallica, and we weren't going to have that. He said,
Yeah,
but
and
we
was
were
he a
young,
full
didn't
member, or was
understand.
he just a side man too?
Yeah. Yep.
The other
Yeah.
guys who may have been making 3 times what he was making, they could afford to sit out.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean,
About
that's
Metallica.
what he said, that he was working on that Echo Brain project.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we going to do? Have Metallica open for us? That was never going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the cool thing about Metallica when they got inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they didn't want any animosity or just weirdness, so they had, both, Robert, and Jason up there playing with them and stuff at the same time, which was pretty cool.
mm-hmm.
And because they wanted to avoid the whole thing with Blondie when they were getting inducted, because band members still hate each other. And I was like, Metallica handled it with class, I got to say.
Yeah, and I like when they did the what was it, the 30th year anniversary. Where
Yeah.
they had, and Dave, all those guys out playing. That was good.
Yeah.
But I can see Dave's part of that deal too. Because I know exactly what he was talking about. I remember in high school here, there were the Metallica group, then there was the Megadeth group.
Yep.
They hated each other.
Mm-hmm.
They freaking couldn't stand each other. If you like Metallica and you were a Megadeth guy, you'd spit on them, whatever. It didn't matter. And then hearing what he went through, saying, he would go down the street and people would say, yeah, they kicked you out of Metallica because you can't play. He's for years, and that's what kept him angry.
Yeah.
And, you kind of really can't blame him for that. Plus the fact that they didn't give him a second chance.
Yeah.
So, but in the end, we ended up with 2 good bands instead of just one.
Yeah.
But, a lot of people don't. Well, back then, I don't know. I would still say more people liked Metallica back then than Megadeth. Now I would say it's probably
Even.
I think once Holy Wars came out, all that pick and side shit had to get thrown in the trash.
Yeah. And
because
that's
that was the same time when the Black Album came out. And then they were both good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Megadeth took it a step further and brought out a Countdown to Extinction.
And that's the thing. If there was no Megadeth, we wouldn't have been blessed with Marty Friedman.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
I mean, if you think about it, though, he was with Jason prior to that, Jason Becker.
Yeah.
And what was it? Cacophony?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the name of the band then,
Cacophony.
yeah. Yeah, and then did you read this, or did you ever watch the story of Dave about Marty?
Yep.
They had his tape for what, a year and a half or maybe even 2 years, and Dave just overlooked it because on the cover of the tape, Marty had 2 different hair colors or something like that, and he's like, I don't even want to hear that. He said, so finally, after a year and a half or 2 years, They went in there looking. The guy's like, just listen to this, and they put it on. He's like, damn, that's the best guitar player I've ever heard.
Yeah.
He's like, and we could have had him 2 years prior to that.
Yeah.
So let's see. All the songs most people want to hear. Yeah, that's true, Rez, from the Marty era.
Very true.
Yep. But what amazes me, still, I can't figure out how he plays like he does. With the pick and the hand curled over and under. It's like,
Yeah, that's weird. That is weird.
That is
Yeah, Euthanasia was a great album too. I really like that one.
So it happens. Maybe it happens for a reason. We got, like I said, we got 2 bands out of it. Was it right how they did it? I mean,
no, that was fucked up as hell. But I mean, the world's better off.
Yeah, but like when I had to fire Dave, my best friend from the band, was I looking forward to it? No. But
he was snorting all the coke. I mean, what were you gonna do?
But it's like,
okay.
I handled it like I would hope someone would handle it with me, and I didn't do like they did. Hey, you're going blah 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 blah. So, and then
just drop them off somewhere. Yeah.
40-some years later, we're still like brothers. So, and the fact that he got to be friends with the guy who took his place and then ran lights for us, which worked out great because he knew all the music. So we had like the best light shows around.
Oh, cool.
You can get your pyro certificate too. You can do that too.
Yep.
Do you want to post what VH said? Because $25 for those tickets. Oh my God. Wow. That's amazing.
88. Okay.
Yep. Wow. Kingdom Come. I could not stand those guys. They were such a blatant ripoff of Led Zeppelin. Then sit there and have the gall to tell you, we don't even really listen to Led Zeppelin. Really? Because your song on right now sounds just like Kashmir.
It's funny, like, they mentioned Kingdom Come, and I'm like, they're just a Greta Van Fleet ripoff. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, they were, it's crazy.
Yeah, me and Greasy are veterans. We could
there you go.
stand to do that. That's good to know. I'm writing that shit down.
$12. Yeah, I've heard about that.
I have not. I've never heard of that. I don't know. I keep to myself. I'm always working on something. And
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's like I lived under a rock.
I know things get busy, and then it's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know. Every time I look up, the world's doing its own thing, and there's some bullshit going on. Like when people were all pissed off about or happy about Charlie Kirk being dead, and then posting all this shit, and oh my God, like and then they're gonna be surprised they got fired.
Yeah,
dude, you can't be happy about that. You can't. It doesn't matter if you don't like somebody. You can't be happy about it. You can't sit there and say that shit.
That's where the Ashes song came from, because of crap like that. Granted, it was before he got killed, but the whole thing.
Too many things where people are losing the damn sense, and I don't know. I'd rather not be a part of it.
Well, that's what happened.
Yeah, Chris, I think he gets away with that for some reason. Because it's a different country, it's okay. I don't know. It's all pretty terrible. Anyway, I made a new cue card.
That's a good one.
My wife helped me. She made the drawing.
Okay. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for the "This Man Blows Goats" one to come up.
I don't know. That's only got one purpose. That's probably like a Saturday Night Live thing, or I may not. I may not make that one. I may not.
I got a joke for you, David. This girl walks up to a guy in a bar. He's sitting at the bar drinking alone. She walks up and goes, "Hi, go buy me a drink." He goes, "What's your name?" She goes, "Carmen." He goes, "That's a weird name." She goes, "Well, it's the two things I like, cars and men." So I put it together and got Carmen. She goes, "What's your name?" He goes, "Oh, my name is BG Titty and Ass."
LOL. Yep.
Let's see. It used to be that it was agree to disagree. We couldn't agree, but we yep, there you go, Ogre. Now you can't do that.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. You're against us. We'll cancel you. We're gonna cancel Metallica. Good luck.
Oh
Remember
well.
that shit?
Right. The Suicide Solution boycott.
Yep. Yeah, I asked Bob about that when we talked to him, Bob Daisley.
Okay.
And he said, because I asked him about I said, by then, he's like that he had to write a letter saying that he wrote the song, not Ozzy. So Ozzy didn't get in trouble for that, which he said I did write it, but I had to prove it, because he had a registered letter to the court and everything. And that way, Ozzy didn't get in trouble for it.
Yeah, Tipper Gore was after him.
Yeah. Yeah. Burn, 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 burn the building, pyromania.
I like his song. Don't ask me. I don't know. It's like the most truthful thing. Everybody asks rock stars things. I don't know.
The best thing about and I actually felt sad for him, is Dee Snider did a great job during that whole hearings fighting for the right to write what you want to write, music. But what I felt bad about is he thought he was going to be the front man and be backed by all these other bands. He's like, and I turn around and I'm by myself. He's like, I had to do it myself. They left me out there to hang. He's like, so, and he said he never forgot that. So, who
Gene
knows?
Simmons.
Gene Simmons.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had him over for dinner, but seems like a pretty good fella.
The PMRC.
I like Kiss.
Burn, burn, burn.
Now, I wasn't a Kiss fan like I was a Metallica and Megadeth fan, but
Oh, wait, you couldn't like both of them.
yeah,
that was unheard of.
Say that shit to me. See what happens.
There was no way you can have one or the other.
You know when somebody's standing there yelling and then you just walk past them? Hey, where are you going? Fuck off.
I just look at him like, are you done? Do you need more attention?
Lose something over here, friend?
Feel sorry for you, and no one's listening. Maybe if you talk about something they want to hear. So, yeah, there's all kinds
That was sad, it's like some people were picking sides just so they'd have certain friends, Oh, I could be friends with these people. I'm like, you're going to tell me how to run my life and think, yeah, I'm not your friend. Okay.
Well, you never know. He is on vet. Oh, Gene Simmons.
He's on vet ticks right now.
They were not the greatest musically. They weren't the greatest. But what they did for live shows is amazing.
They had that chemistry.
Yep.
Yeah.
They brought that, not just arena rock, but they brought the whole idea of the show. Let's
Yeah.
and
It's like they set the standard.
Yeah, big time.
Yep.
Alice Cooper used to put on some great shows too.
Who?
Alice Cooper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With the guillotine
I remember,
and all that stuff.
I remember going to a concert. He had the guillotine out there, the giant, and you had people dressed as spiders climbing up these big nets up to the ceiling.
We opened him one time in Huntington, West Virginia at the Civic Center. And it was just a one-off thing. And we were sitting there, and the last song we did, we knew he was going to do it. But we were like, just want to thank them for letting us do this show, this one show. So we start playing I'm 18.
Mm.
And he was standing on the side watching, and then he came out and sang like 3/4 of the song with us.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I'm done. You strike me now, I'm done. Then I thought, well, no, that'd have to be Aussie for me to say that. But yeah, it was definitely interesting. And
Queen, that's another one.
what I find funny about Wayne's World, when they think it's going to be a big party and he's in there talking politics, that's what he was really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no,
Talking about the Indian tribes and the history.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Which means the good land.
Yeah.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah, he was definitely not what I expected. Definitely not what I expected. But
He said he used to golf with Glenn Campbell. They were
Probably.
good friends.
Yeah.
They both lived in Arizona, I guess.
Glenn Campbell was an amazing guitar player.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it was funny, seeing him. He was standing there like, next thing you know, he grabs his mic and comes out and starts singing. Like, holy crap. So it was definitely interesting.
It's pretty cool that when Nita Strauss left Alice to go tour with, what is it, Demi Lovato or what, some.
Yeah, Demi Lovato.
When that thing ended, she went right back to Alice.
Yeah. Then she's on maternity leave. They got another girl replacing her now.
Oh, Nita's pregnant.
Yes, she had a baby, I believe.
I was
already.
nowhere around her.
You're one night eternal there.
There you go. Oh, wow. So that's okay.
Brother. I'm just kidding.
I guess it would be kind of, sitting there rocking out, playing metal and stuff, and you're like, really pregnant.
Yeah, Kane Roberts was with Alice when we opened up for him.
Was that like the Constrictor tour? Because that's when I saw Kane Roberts with Alice.
Raise Your Fist and Yell tour.
Oh, okay.
Which was like a really strange album.
Yeah.
That album was like, let's see, what was the one song? Blood Drops Look Like Roses on White Lace.
Mm.
He's like, it was about, God, I can still, it's like, in my own way, I lovingly kiss the bride with her ring in my hand, her eyes and her mouth open wide, and it was chop, chop, chop.
Mm.
Oh, I gotta find the words for that now. Something
Is that where you got the serial killer song idea?
No, but that was definitely before my ideas. Oh my God, I can hear this now. It's some people call. You know what? This might have been. Well, yeah, 1987. Some people call me the creeper.
Who was the opening band? Because I saw Tesla was opening for them when I seen them. They were on their first album tour, the Mechanical Resonance.
No, it wasn't Tesla. Damn, let me think. They weren't there. That was the problem. Hold on. Wait, let me think about that. But wait, you gotta see these words. Where we go? Hey, you want to talk about this? Could be a killer song or serial killer song. Okay.
Chop, chop.
Yeah, that was the album right there. Raise your fist and yell.
Cooper.
Some people call me the creeper because they don't know my name or face. I got him running in circles because a homicidal genius never leaves a trace. Lonely hunter, sit work, chop, engine of destruction, perfect killing. Chop, chop, chop is a symbiotic function. Let's see. Some people call me the Ripper. Just another bloody player. Women on the street. Let's see. Okay, so it goes into the other one. She was staying in the corner. It's spelled Mary, Gale. Gale. It went from that into another song, which was. Okay, hold on. It went straight from this song into.
Only Women Bleed?
No. That's it right there.
Roses on White, please.
Yeah, here it is. So you went right out of that song into, and there was like no break. It was right, it went Mary, Gale, Gale, Gale. And I saw you in your wedding gown. I came into your room that night and made such a mess. In my own way, I lovingly kissed the bride. Blood drops look like roses on white lace. They won't wash away. Straight from the heart, so dead upon the bed. You hurt me in the deepest way. I'm crippled inside. I took your evil skin away. It's all cut and dried.
Ooh. I didn't know he had songs like that.
Yeah. I saw you tonight and carefully took your hand. Yeah. I mean, it was like, yeah, they're never going to find your face. It's hidden away. I found a special place. Let's see. Yep. It was that whole album was weird. That was just a weird, all the way around. That thing was weird.
Mm. Will's having a rough day.
Will.
Everybody's sick.
Yep. They're feeling down under.
Or would they be feeling over down under?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Kane was. I'll tell you what, though, Ogre, he was a nice guy. He is. Where is he?
Who's that?
Ogre said Cole's here. Your son is here, Ron. I mean, oh, okay.
The one night eternal.
Hi, son. Good. Both my kids play guitar.
Oh, Christopher, that sucks, bro.
If Will was my kid, he'd be what, 40?
He is 40.
44? 44 right now. Don't tell me you're 44, Will.
He's gonna write back. Okay, I won't tell you that.
Yeah, Ogre, he was. He really was. Nice guy. Yeah, he was actually, and I could see where he was intimidating to people. That was one thing that he'd commented about. He would go to meet fans and stuff except for the girls. The girls loved him, but the guys was like really intimidated by him.
Yeah, I would see Kane basically at the Rock and Roll Ralphs in Hollywood sometimes, and you see Glenn Danzig too.
I don't see how Glenn Danzig made it on his own. I mean, he had a few hits.
Yeah.
But, for the Misfits, it fit.
Yeah.
But for his own stuff, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
Selling your soul to Satan, I guess,
Yep. It's like Rollins without Black Flag,
Talk about
Well, I mean, apparently there's people that like heavy metal and don't like your music. It's kind of shocking. I mean, whatever. To each his own, but
Who, my stuff?
yeah.
Well, what don't you like?
No, I said there's people that apparently that don't like it, that like heavy metal, and it's kind of shocking to me. But whatever. To each his own.
That's what makes the world go around.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Yeah, I seen him use that guitar. It's pretty cool. It shot flames out the end.
Yeah. When Rich went to that Amoeba guitar show, there was a guy there that had one. I mean, it didn't shoot the flames. It was the Hondo version of that from the 80s. Matter of fact, let me look. No, I didn't mean Honda AK-47.
Sorry. I'm taking a shower and I still had the clothes in my room. I didn't want to smell that shit.
I thought you meant you was washing your clothes in the shower.
I should have.
You got to do
reverb.
Yeah. Now it's funny. Sometimes I get done working on everything and I'm covered in sawdust.
It's sold. God dang it. This is what you need, David, right here.
Hondo machine gun.
Yep.
No, I'm sure I don't need that. That's pretty interesting, though. I mean, you got the pistol, so you can have it on your shoulder and shoot yourself.
Yeah.
That grip is in the wrong place, I think.
Yeah, totally.
Now, some of them had it rigged up to when you pulled the trigger, that worked the tremolo. Some of them did, not all of them.
I don't know, man. I don't think it would have much sustain coming out of that thing.
Now, if it had been a violin case, it would have been better.
Yeah.
Now you could get that and turn it into a travel guitar.
Yeah.
It'll just be missing a butt end for a minute.
Yeah. Play that in California. What would happen, Greasy?
Oh, you'd probably be arrested as a terrorist. Some stupid shit, it's like, And then it's a guitar, and then they'd be all offended because you scared them, and they'd be triggered with the it's like, oh god, it wouldn't be good.
Could you just say that was killer music?
Somebody might get triggered then too. Everybody's got an issue with something here.
And therein lies the problem.
Yep. I mean, half the time, like, I don't know, I'm pretty much in the middle of things, but some of these people, just listening to them, like, oh, good Lord, my brother-in-law. Yeah, it's like, dude, shut up.
Oh, well.
And
You'll
he's the
have that.
next stop.
You will have that. Hi, babe. She just walked in and laid down behind me.
All right.
For that.
Wait, Lewis had a good one.
That's a loaded pick card.
Loaded, yeah.
Oh, shit. Not anymore.
Let's see. Where it is. And did that actually happen?
There was one guy who was a bass player, and he was doing a clinic years and years ago at the Hollywood store I was working at. And he got a 6-string bass, and it was all blacked out, but he wanted a bright green pot leaf inlaid at the 12th fret. And Kiesels were hemming and hawing about doing that, but they finally did it. And they said, "We'll do it, but we're not going to like it." It's like, well, so what? It's
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
There was a big case in D.C. A guy got arrested. He had a replica gun, and I guess it was like one of those muskets.
Yeah.
He was a big financial planner. He had this thing in his office, and he got divorced, and his wife called the police and said he had guns and stuff, and they come in there and raided his house, and marched his son out naked in the yard. The SWAT came, and the court couldn't decide whether the musket ball was a bullet or not. Does it have to be the whole shell and casing and primer? Or,
You can buy black powder stuff and have it shipped directly to your house.
because in DC, it's illegal to have a bullet for a gun you don't own. They're really, really weird laws. And the guy had moved all of his guns out to his sister's house in Virginia, and DC sent police to Virginia to get the guns. Then they had kind of a standoff with the sheriff in Virginia. The guy finally got off on all of that, but it was just a really crazy case.
Yeah. I mean, we know the criminals follow those laws.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But they had a big debate on what's a bullet,
Oh, Jesus.
The little round lead BB, is that a bullet or what is it?
Who knows? Who knows? Oh man. Okay. So
I was watching one of those documentaries on the cult the other day, and I didn't realize that the Billy Duffy guy played a Gretsch. He was playing all this heavy metal stuff on a White Falcon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, creating public pain. That's how they did that in Ohio, David. Because Ohio's always been an open carry state. So what would happen is someone would be openly carrying, which you're allowed to do, and the cops would come by and say, look, we know you're allowed to do it, but it's got people nervous, could be inciting an issue here, so, please take it away. So, no one, I don't know.
I remember one time a bunch of people went downtown Cleveland. They were openly displaying their AR-15s, hanging them around their neck and just standing down there.
Now, downtown Cleveland, I'd be worried about that.
Yeah. You may have to use it.
Yeah, to get home. Yeah, Cleveland's got some bad areas, but they got some good areas too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I
Let's see.
was taking my going through to be a paralegal, and we were talking about gun laws and stuff, and it's like self defense in the home, and then I brought up, as a Star Trek fan, what if I had a full size Klingon bat'lift replica, and I just eviscerated somebody that just happened to be coming in the house, and they're like, oh, and then I showed them what it was, and they're like, good Lord, why would you have that? And I said, well, if you can't have a gun, I might as well have a bat lift.
I took champion one year at this.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. That was a good episode.
Yeah.
Where the time changed, he kept coming back. Like he won, then he came in third.
Yeah.
That was a good episode.
Yeah, that in and out shooting was really crazy. You had like 3 people shooting back at the gunman.
Yeah.
Tell you
Good.
what, here in Ohio, that's what would happen.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it would happen here too in South Carolina.
That's no. My uncle lived in Hendersonville, North Carolina. I like Carolinas. I really do.
Like when, shit would go down, somebody would say, call the police. Well, they're not going to come since you voted to defund them.
Yeah.
Maybe in a couple hours, a social worker might show up. She'll have her clipboard. Then you'll feel
the dumbest one was, let's still have police, but let's take their guns away from them.
Yeah.
We'll send social workers. I like that one. I know when I lived in Columbus, they actually armed the social workers because they had to go to all these dangerous projects and places. Yep. So they actually issued them guns.
I think the world would still be safer if we just had a bunch of Ed 209s from RoboCop patrolling the streets.
Yeah, I'm sure we will in a few years with Elon Musk.
I don't call the cops. My father is one, and he even has violated my rights.
Like they say, when seconds count, they're minutes away.
That's why I told everybody in the classes. The only time the cops actually stop something is they happen to be there as it's happening.
Yeah.
Other than that, they come in to take information, and
yeah.
And it's like it's actually kind of sad, but
yes,
but
sad.
What I don't like it. Well, what I don't like is you get most cops are great guys, but they never get the attention. It's the bad ones that get all the attention.
Oh yeah.
And that's what sucks about the whole deal right there.
Especially like the Burbank Police Department, everybody calls them the Burbank Gestapo. I mean, they are just brutal. Oh my God. They'll profile you, pull you over if you, and just they're pretty terrible. And since they're their own police department, they're not like the LAPD. They can, it's a nice thing about Burbank. They have their own water and power and everything away from LA. But yeah, it's like
there's that's what I liked about Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah,
the first one when it's like you can't do that, and sir, we're sorry that they were here. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Chris were just saying that you don't mess with Texas cops. It's kind of known, like, don't do it.
There's like all these clips, people trying to run away from Arkansas police. Arkansas don't play; they will pit you, and it's funny to watch. that.
I like that guy in Florida. I think his name's Grady Judge. He's a
Oh
sheriff
yeah,
or police chief.
Judge Grady. You do
Yeah.
not mess with Judge Grady.
Well, just notify us where to pick your body up.
Yeah.
We'll notify your next of kin where your remains are.
Yeah, he's like his public service announcement, and he goes, "Yeah, if someone breaks in your house, shoot him. And if you're not, good with a gun, we'll teach you. Come on down there to the range, and we'll have our gun classes. They're free, and then you'll use less bullets, and you'll save us a lot of paperwork." I love that.
You tell if they block the street, it's okay just to drive over them.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, how stupid can you be? Well, I better not say that because someone will try to show me.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the bad part.
just when you think, "Does this get any stupider?" And then there will be some triggered person going,
Hey, Mitch.
hold my latte. They'll go out there and
hold my double decaf, sprinkle of cinnamon, lot.
Speaking of kids' drinks, I gotta get my coffee.
I said just a hint of cinnamon.
yeah.
Oh well. Yeah, you have that, but
Hey, Mitch, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mitch.
Yeah, that was a great show you and Charles had with Randy on it. That was awesome, and Jimmy.
That's a proven fact, Mitch.
Oh yeah, without a
Because
doubt.
guess what? Criminals don't want to get shot. And it's proven that, they tend not to do the crime again once they've been shot. At least some of them. Most of them. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I was subpoenaed to come to jury duty, federal jury duty when I lived in Maryland, and it was some kind of like a drug, like a big organization, but like half the people were in wheelchairs, and they would have them like turn around and face the jury. They'd wheel around, look at you.
Maryland's got strict gun laws.
Oh yeah, I mean this was a real big drug trafficking case. They had about every alphabet there you could think of, and they had officers sitting in the seats with machine guns. They had them in these like slings. They sat up with them on their lap.
Ready to use at a moment's
Yeah.
notice.
I made sure I didn't get on that jury. Well, they said it was going to be a minimum of 6 weeks, the trial. They had all these, like about a dozen people, and their parents were laundering the money, and it was some kind of big cocaine and crack ring.
Mm.
I've served on 2 juries, but both of them were accidents, car accidents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to have to look under my car every night when I couldn't get in.
Walk out with a mirror. And
Yeah.
yeah, there's some pretty scary stuff out there.
Yeah, it's like here in LA at the Museum of Tolerance. They scan your car for bombs and stuff, and they use mirrors, and they go up underneath it to make sure that there's nothing underneath there. Yeah, they get like death threats and bomb threats like literally every day.
Yeah, when I would go down to DC, I'd go down to City Hall sometimes and testify, and you'd park at the Reagan Building. They would look under your car with mirrors.
It's sad that they have to do that. That's the bad part.
Yeah.
They make you pop your trunk, and they look under your car, and look inside the car, see if you got suspicious bags.
Pretty soon it'll be just like trying to cross the border. Just the X-ray as you drive through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be quicker and easier. But who knows?
I've actually been never selected for jury duty before. I keep putting my religion as Wiccan,
Wicked. Yeah, I've been
and I'm
called
in
for
Texas.
federal twice, and
They want Christians.
Well, you want to get out of it, you just go in there and say, "Where's he at? He's guilty. He's guilty. I know he is." They're like, "Bye, guy."
I
Yeah.
just got called a
I'll
few
say,
months ago, and I was able to get out of it because I'm 65. That's actually an excuse you can use that you're old.
There you go. Can I do it at 61?
No, no. Yeah, that's going to be federal court.
Actually, I lucked out because my dad being in politics like he was and mayor, and he was good friends with, we were even at the governor's mansions for their election inauguration parties. And we knew Judge Sargis, federal judge. And after I did those two, the second one, she was the judge. And she's like, "Don't I know your dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's, "What are you doing here?" And I got called. After that case was over, she had me taken off the list. They've never contacted me after that. Although she did not do that for my wife. So Beth has been contacted a couple times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that one trial, I was one of the potential jurors. It was going to be 6 weeks, and my company told me they weren't going to pay me.
Jeez.
They only did like 2 weeks, and after that, you're on your own. Like, I'm getting off of this thing.
That's crazy.
And I kept like raising my hand, objecting, saying I can't. The guy goes, "You really don't want to be on this jury, do you?"
Object.
Object.
You're not an attorney. Yes, I am. Oh, well, it happens. They never called you. Actually, you'll get a letter, Mitch, saying that you need to report to the county courthouse on such and such a date to be. You're like in a pool of people. Then they interview every one of you, and that's how they select them.
Yeah, when I went for federal, I think there was 250 of us just sitting in this big
Jesus
room.
Christ.
They would call you into these different rooms and question you. And
But that took all day.
oh, it was all day for sure.
Man.
I think I made $35.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. They do pay you for that.
I was called for county level, for jury duty, and I was in, they explained the cases, and a lady actually walked off the loading dock in an apartment building and got a head injury, but she had all the boxes in front of her. She couldn't see where she was going. And she walked right off a loading dock. They
Mhm.
forgot to put the chain up, according to them. I was thinking they're lucky they didn't put me on that jury because I wouldn't have had a lot of sympathy.
Yeah.
I mean, the lady probably had some kind of brain tumor and had to have surgery anyway, and blamed it on that.
Yeah,
And that's
the
funny when
one
I
I
was going
did.
through my.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
Go
When I
ahead.
was going through my legal and being what do you call it? My internship. That's it. And it was at the Office of Business in downtown LA, and we would do like renters' rights and stuff like that. Oh my God, the amount of people that get themselves in these messed up situations where they're getting evicted, and I'm gonna sue this guy. I'm gonna sue that, but you haven't paid your rent in 6 months. You got an unlawful detainer. You're getting, but I got to live somewhere. Well, you should have paid your rent, and or like girl, like they're evicting me. Well, to pay your rent, yeah, I paid it on the 20th when you're supposed to pay it on the 1st. So you're 20 days late. Oh, he won't take my rent check. Well, you're getting evicted. And then, trying to explain to her, she goes, "Well, I was on vacation." And I'm like, "So where were you?" "That's none of your business." I go, "Didn't you notify your attorney?" "No, I couldn't reach him." I said, then she said there was no internet or anything where she was at. "Oh, what are you doing? Hiking Mount Everest or something?" It's like, they just keep on changing the story and it gets worse and worse. And It's like, you're so guilty.
Bye-bye. Now there was the one I was on, the first one I was on, the car accident. There was a woman and her daughter turning, and another girl T-boned them. And it was really weird because I ended up, when the first time we went to the deliberation room, I sat at the end of the table just because it was the first chair I saw. And then that made me the head juror. Oh, well, since you're sitting there, you're the head juror. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? So we had to debate this case, but what got me, we kept asking for stuff and they wouldn't give it to us.
Mm.
And then I said, were her medical bills covered? You don't worry about that. So we mean, then they come in and said, if we were giving her, awarding it to her, we had to give her at least 200. They were telling us what we had to do. I'm like, then why are we even here?
Yeah.
Because I thought she was lying. I really did. Because they had this fly-by-night doctor up there, and he's like, oh, she's going to need this for the rest of her life, and it could be into the millions of dollars for this care, and blah, blah, blah. And so when they told us that we had to give her at least 200,000, so we went, I think, with 201. That was it. Yeah. And when they said it, she got up and like, yeah. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. What about this bad back and everything you just had?
Yeah.
And her attorney grabbed her, set her back down. Then they went out in the hallway. Then they dismissed us. Like, man, that wasn't fixed or anything.
That was just a muscle reaction or something.
Yeah. She had a spasm right there.
The one company I worked at, we had a guy, he was driving a company van. He tweaked his shoulder, but he never missed a day of work. And he filed, workers' comp and everything. And they do like MRIs, and they see you got some kind of, some kind of damage in your shoulder. And they awarded the guy like 20 grand. He never missed a day of work.
Yeah. He was able to put a nice chunk in the bank or buy a nice, decent used car.
He had ripped up his shoulder at some point in his life, and he still showed on the MRI.
3 days, and that's what that one was for that first car wreck. So, all right. Any questions, comments, or concerns, or criticisms in the chat? We're 3.5 hours here, but we didn't get anybody that wanted to play or show us their instruments other than Scott. And I think Scott's going to be a Saturday night regular. With everything he's got to show, it'll take a couple years.
I'll have to start going under the beds and pulling stuff out. It's funny, though. There's some guitars, I don't know if I even have them or not.
Wow.
I think about them, like, do I even have that one, or is that one of them I sold off? Because when I sold them off, I put the ones I wanted to keep in one part of the basement, and I told them the rest of them are all for sale, and they all disappeared. I had one at Greasy you'd probably be interested in. It was a Telecaster, but it was painted up like an Air Force type of thing. It had rivets on it, and
there you go.
It had like the Air Force emblem on it, and I don't know if it was a skin or something, or it looked like a real paint job, though.
Might have been airbrushed.
Yeah, I was wondering if I still had that one or not.
Actually, those are kind of easy to paint because you basically hold up like an index card.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you spray around the edge of the index card, and that gives you your panels. Then you can run like a little bit of rust and corrosion. Then you just go in and hit the rivets. They're not that hard to paint, really, but they look good. If it's done right, it really looks good.
Yeah.
So, all right, I guess we don't have anything. David, did you find the easel? Oh,
I did not. A little sidetrack. Took me a long time to find the gun guitar.
So you're going to be having more rain, Ron?
Yes. Yeah, it was supposed to be Thursday and Friday were going to be decent. Now it says possible rain, big storms Monday through Wednesday, possible rain Thursday and Friday. I'm like,
You might have to
But-
turn the Hummer into a paint booth.
I might have to.
Good Lord.
But I need to find, I don't know, I doubt if Marshall's still here now, but see, you know, give him a few days to see if he can come up with the tremolo, the other tremolo. Then he can list this one on his store. I mean, it's brand new. German Floyd.
Yeah.
So. Got the big block on it. What is that? 37 big block. Cool.
That's the mate string and Vader model. For Deftones, Stephen Carpenter, the dope guitar.
That's so dope.
Pretty cool. That's cool looking.
All right. Well, next week, guys, come on, get some cameras, get ready, and come on the show.
Yeah.
Bring your instrument, show it, and have some fun. I guess we don't have any questions, concerns, comments, or criticism. So,
Do any of you use that Suno software to do AI songs?
Yeah.
no, I don't mess with, the only AI I mess with is just creating the guitars to get an idea what they look like.
Okay.
Because that does help. What? Wait a minute.
I saw they sent out some today. It said it was $4 a month to have it, and you get so many songs a month.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, what was her name? Holly did a song for one of the other channels through that one time, and it was like his channel ID or channel song, but I think he only used it a few times. So, all right, guys, with that, we will end this and see you guys Monday. But get prepared for next Saturday, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm going to be listening, but lurking break's kind of over. Well, you're in time for the end of it, Will.
Yeah. Yeah, we're hitting the end of the show. Well, sorry that you missed it.
So, everybody, thank you for hanging out. But get your cameras ready. Laptop camera will work. Whatever. Come on. That's what this is for. This is
It's still a work in
you
progress.
guys to be on here. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good
night.
night.
Peace.